back to Lost in the Brett Coast. I am your host, Brett Coast, and it has been a hot minute or three since I've last streamed. I deeply apologize that I'll be talking a little bit about that as we get started. However, what's important to know is today is the beginning of something special. Not only is it the first stream that I've had in the year of our Lord 2026, it also begins somewhat of a journey for me. For a long time now, I've been kind of confused on what I want to stream, and while I've loved streaming Stardew Valley, we played Project Zomboid, I played Skate one time on stream, which was actually pretty fun. I've been wanting to work on more solo games just because now that I know how to interact with Twitch chat, it's kind of nice to have a game to like actively play through. So for the next month or two, every Wednesday and Friday, which is going to be my new streaming schedule, I'm going to be playing through every Resident Evil mainline game. Not the spin-offs, just the mainline games. And so today we start that with Resident Evil 1. And then we'll play 2, then 3, then 4, so on and so forth. And I'm actually really excited to do it. Besides Resident Evil 1, which I actually just played through for the second time about 2 months ago. It's been a while since I've played a lot of these games, especially like the remake of 2 and 3. Those are games I haven't played in a hot minute. So I'm actually quite excited. Also, the one rule, my one rule for this entire voyage is you don't get to make fun of me for always having the difficulty on either easy or medium. That's my one prerequisite to all of this. I need to make sure I'm in the right stream category very quickly, though. Yeah, because I'm not. See? This is why we double check things before we go live, friends. And in my case, triple check. We'll do that, and then we switch to Resident Evil? Yeah! Okay, there we go. Sick. And now we're actually in the right category. Yay! It only took, what, 5 minutes into the stream for me to realize that? Oh well. Listen, you can't cry over spilled milk. I mean, you can. But you could also just go to the store and buy more milk. It's always been my line of thinking. I do wish to maximize this tab, and I'm not sure how I do that. Probably should have also figured that out. Oh, that's what the problem is. There we go. Now we're full screened. Okay, sick. Launch a new game. We're not going to start in the middle. That would be rather foolish. We'll do wide. Alternate controls, fine. Subtitles because I'm deaf. Not actually, but I'm pretty close to it. We're absolutely not doing hard mode. I think I would literally rather die. You know what? For this first one, we'll do easy. Just because I think the older Resident Evil games are hard enough as is. We'll play Jill. Just because more inventory space is way better, in my opinion, than having the lighter. Because you can just pick up the lighter, and then you don't have that problem anymore. If you're just sitting in a stream, I hope you are having an excellent Wednesday. What a weird day to get back to streaming, a Wednesday. I thought about starting on Monday,
team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Gotta love the voice acting on these old games. Super solid.
Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City.
I don't really know how many
There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten.
I forget that
the
this
Bravo
game
team was sent in to investigate.
Arguably the scariest.
But we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Before 7, I think this one's the scariest. This is the
Bravo
only one where the
team's
zombies are
helicopter was a derelict.
like actually scary, like actually frightening.
Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
We need to talk about Kevin. Poor dude. I am going to go ahead and skip past this just because I've seen it like 10 times. I thought about watching it, and then I thought better of it, because me being quiet for like 3 minutes on my own stream is kind of hard
There are
for me
only
to do. I'm
3
not gonna
STARS
lie.
members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
So, okay, we get this introduction, and then we hear the bang from the other room. I've played this game, especially the beginning of this game, like a dozen times, so I do know what I'm doing for the first, like, 20 minutes, maybe? Maybe 20 minutes. And then after that, I get really confused really fast.
A dining room.
A dining room. Dude has never seen one of these in his entire life. We'll take the increments. We're not going to be, like, super strapped for inventory space for a little bit, I don't think. We head up here. He investigates
I think
the
you'd
blood.
better take a look at...
Everyone with me so far? You with me, camera guy? We go through this door. We take a left. We find... Is it Kenneth? No, we just found Kevin. I don't know who this is. This is someone. This cutscene, by the way, actually really scary. To me, at least. This. That. Nightmare fuel. That right there is unadulterated nightmare fuel. It's terrifying. And then what we can do is just run back to Barry, and he'll shoot it for us. And then we get a preserve ammo. I don't think it kills it, but it, like, neutralizes it for a little bit, which is good enough for me.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out, a monster!
It's a monster!
I love this game so much, dude.
Let
It
me
just brings
take care
back
of
the
it.
happy feeling. I love that even in the cutscenes, they take the
What
time to
the
get into
hell
their
is this
aiming
thing?
position.
I found
love
Kenneth
that.
killed
It
by
is
this
Kenneth that killed.
thing.
Okay.
Let's report this to Wesker.
Sure would be nice to report this to Wesker if he was in this other room. But he's not, is he? Yeah, see, it gets back up and walks away. That's actually even more frightening because the Magnum in this game is really good when you play it through with Chris. When it's storming out, that's how you know it's about to be a fun night.
Jill, help me look for him. But let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
So then we do a little perusing. By the way, I should probably come up with a question of the day. I presume if you guys are tuning in for a Resident Evil stream, you're probably either just really big fans of me, which, thanks, I'm a big fan of your guys' too, and, or you're fans of Resident Evil, or you're fans of horror in general. So I think we'll go with something horror related for today. I might just do favorite horror movie today. I think you can tell a lot about a person by what their favorite horror movie is. Or even if you're not into horror, whatever their favorite, like, scary movie is. If someone wants to say Coraline is their favorite horror movie, I'm not going to disagree with them. I think that's a perfectly valid thing to say as a horror movie. Especially if you watch it for the first time when you're a kid. That is a horror movie.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No.
I'm going to go and put that into chat
What's going
right
on
now
around
and then
here?
pin it real
I
quick.
can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much
Where's
we
the
can do.
semicolon? There it is.
We can search for him separately.
Is your
I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
horror
This
movie
mansion is gigantic.
that
We could easily get lost.
horrified
Let's
you?
start from the first floor.
Okay.
And then we give
Oh.
that a pin.
I almost forgot.
Beautiful.
Lockpick.
Right back into the swing of things.
You'd make better use of it.
I also forget that Jill gets the lockpick, so she doesn't have to pick up small
Thanks.
keys either.
I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
You got it, Barry. David Arbor looking ass. I was playing the remake of Alone. Is it Alone in the Dark? That was just on PlayStation Plus a couple months ago. And David Harbour is like in that game, which is crazy. Mr. Stranger Things is in my survival horror remake. That's terrifying, dude. How much do you think they paid him for that? I mean, don't get me wrong, I would do that kind of thing for free. Listen, if Resident Evil, let's say if Fatal Frame asked me to play a role in one of their games, you think I'm going to charge them for that? I will pay them for that privilege. I will give them my own money. Right, and then we... Oh, no, that's not it. We... Did it auto-equip? It does auto-equip, never mind. We peer over here and sure hope nothing bad happens. Oh no! We should start a fall counter just for every unnecessary fall. If we were playing Telltale's The Walking Dead, this would automatically be in the dozens. I forgot the button. Oh snap. Okay. You know what? That's a skill issue, not gonna lie. I pressed the triggers. I pressed the triggers. That one's on me. Is he dead already? I mean, I did put it on easy. So I guess I can't really turn around and complain that the zombie died too fast. I mean, I could. If I just really felt like it. If I wanted to be that guy for today. Let's see. There we go. Because we got to grab that shiny thing in that pot. You gotta love old games and their slow mechanics at times. Like, I know I'm not playing Sonic, but I still want to go fast. It's a character flaw of mine. Woman drawing water. What a nice, specific title. Also, we're going to run back through these doors, and then when we get back, because I think it should automatically put the box back in front of that corridor. I think. I could be completely wrong about that. And if I am, it's going to be really embarrassing. Okay, it does reset. We want this to always be here because when we get to the... I think they're called Crimson Heads. We want them to be stuck behind that crate. And then we don't have to spend any ammo on it. We can't go that way. We need the sword key. Very nice. Very evil, one might say. So we head back through here. Like I said, the first 20 minutes or so of this game, I know like the back of my hand. It's just everything after that where things get confusing. We go through here. By the way, out of all of the Resident Evil games, even though I've actually, you know, played this one a couple times, I have never played some of them. So later on in this journey, you're going to be seeing my unadulterated reactions to some of the games in the series. Like, I've never played 5 or 6. I played them for, like, maybe an hour each. But I've never, like, completed them, I should say. And I've never, like, progressed all the way through their story. Oh, wait, we don't have the arrowhead yet. Shoot, where does the arrowhead come from? I genuinely kind of forgot about that. See, this is where my knowledge starts slipping. I knew we had to go there because that's where I think the sword key is. Or it could be the armor key. But I completely forgot that we need the green Peridot arrowhead. What a dummy. Alright. So, the other problem that I'm going to have with this game, that I hope you guys won't make fun of me for, is I'm super directionally challenged. It's better in a game because it's easier to retrace steps, but as a general rule of thumb, I am very bad at knowing which hallways are what, and so I'm hoping the fact that I've played this game a couple of times will kind of carry me in that regard. And then we're going to want to equip this, and there's one right off screen below the camera. We're going to get in close. We switch to our knife. We're doing a lot of things that you really don't need to do, especially if you're playing on easy, but, you know. Giving them a little double tap when they're on the ground isn't necessarily important if you're playing on easy, but if you're playing on any other difficulty and you start shooting the ones that are down, you're going to burn through ammo real quick. Mostly on the grounds that if you're me, you'll just miss every single shot. You know how we have the Olympics? I think that it would be really funny if we also had an anti-Olympics. And so instead of the best at everything, we just do the worst at everything. And so you would get all of the people who are really bad at, like, marksmanship and shooting. And I would be really good at that event, I think. though being the worst shooter and never hitting the target, I think I would be really good at that. It's like worst cooks in America, but now there's more on the line, because if you fail, you might accidentally get shot. That's a very real possibility. I think that that's what my problem with the Olympics is. Not enough stakes. Like, sure, you can bring pride to your country, but if you can't, like, crash and burn and potentially accidentally kill someone, like, I'm just not interested. It's just not for me. So we get the lapis stone. I genuinely... Or that's not a lapis, that's a sapphire. I don't know... I forgot where we put that in. It's the tiger eye. I just forgot what we get for it. We can pick that up, but we're going to do that later because we don't need it yet. If we go this way and then right, we should see that zombie from earlier. I feel like a tour guide today. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Gonna whip this sucker back out. Pause. Okay, we got that one. That should be him dead, and if it's not, then oh well, he can get up again and we'll knock him back down. It ain't no thing. Okay, yeah, he got back up. He 100% got back up. Ooh, that was a resilient one, guys. On easy, no less. You're like 5 bullets. Diabolical. Can't get through there. We need armor key. The elevator has no power. We can go into the basement. I forget what we get in the basement, to be completely honest. I know there's bullets down here. Oh, we can't go in there. We need the sword key first. See, my order of operations is all wrong. I've forgotten my PEMDAS. My please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is all jumbled up. Okay. Can't go through there either. Okay, fascinating. Let's see. Oh. Jill? Jill? Congratulations, guys. We made it 17 minutes into stream before she just starts doing tricks on it, I guess. Interesting. Listen, she just yearns to spin. Heaven forbid a girl like to spin. Yeah, then we can get the tape from him that we can watch later, even though I don't really know if it does anything. In fact, I'm kind of thinking it doesn't. I don't know. It's anyone's guess. Anyone's gambit, really. Go through here. Ah, yes. The infamous bird room. And we get some handgun bullets. That's very nice. We have herbs there. I don't think we need those yet. Is this one dead? I think it is, because this is one you can interact with, I do believe. Yes. Cool. And then there's nothing that way, but if we go upstairs, we've got a lot more ground to cover, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I believe that this game, according to HLTV, is like approximately 12 hours long. So if I'm streaming for like 3 hours at a day, this might feasibly take a week or two. But I'm going to try and do it as fast as I can. Not even as a speedrun, just to preserve time. Is this one dead? Okay, I guess it's dead. There's one we can see in the mirror there. Look at Resident Evil predating mirror graphics. Let's see. Nope. Did I miss? Excuse me? Point blank. Guys, remember that hit or miss, I guess I never missed song? I'd be the opposite. Hit or miss, guess I never hit, huh? You got a boyfriend? He probably kisses you. It's this way. This is where the arrowhead is. Okay. We pull the arrow out of the breast, which would be just a wild spin on the sword and the stone. You know, you got the sword, the stone, the arrow, the breast. All kind of blend together in my mind. Love that Disney movie as a kid. Okay, we unlocked this one. We'll see what's true here before we go back to like that main hall and go get the sword key. Just because I genuinely forgot what's on the other side of here. Oh, this is just the way to the... This is a shortcut, in fact. So that works out really well for me. By the way, little known fun fact. Actually, probably a lot of people know it, but I'm going to say it anyways. This game was originally developed as a sequel to a licensed game that was being made called Sweet Home. But then the licenses expired, and so they had the framework for the game, but they didn't have the license. So they just like removed everything tying it to the series, and that's when it became Resident Evil / Biohazard everywhere else. And by everywhere else, I actually think that's not true. I think it's just Japan. But the game was originally also supposed to be in first person, which makes when Resident Evil 7 happened seem more significant, since the games were always meant to be that way. It's like the series finally became what it tried to be at the beginning, and it only took like 20 years for the series to get back to what it actually set out to be in the beginning. Alright, so we stick the arrowhead in the arrow. And then this begins the quest for the death masks, which are going to be one of the hardest things for me to remember, because I don't remember where they are. I think I know how to find like one of them, maybe two of them. If I'm being like incredibly generous, I might know where to find two of them. Head over here to the... Oh, it's there. There should be the book, right? Yeah. The Book of Curses, and then we take a look-see there. By the way, if I found a book, if I'm in this situation, if I'm Jill, and I find a book fitted into an indention above like a coffin, like this, I'm leaving. I'm not picking up the book that says Book of Curses. That's not gonna happen. That is the last thing that's going to happen, I can promise you. So we need to find the masks that go over here. But first, let's take a look. See at this. This should be the sword key, right? Okay, it is. Yeah, so we've got the sword key. That's one down and like 2 primary keys to go. Oh, the turn's on the left. I see. Alright, so now we actually like... Not that the game up until here hasn't really started, but now this is when things get like serious. You know what I mean? Now we've got the first key. Now it's anybody's guess. We're going to go ahead and pick up these shotgun shells because I will otherwise forget they're out here. And that's not a question of if, but of when. I will forget they're there. And so even though we don't have a shotgun, I'm still going to take it. That's locked from the other side, unfortunately. I actually don't know if I know how to get to that one, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose. We head back inside. And then... Now we're just kind of off to the races, honestly. It's kind of scary. I don't know if my training has prepared me for this. I think... What's this one? What do we require to get into here? The helmet key. We don't get that until, like, way, way later. I know we can get the armor key relatively soon. But the helmet key is, like, late game. End game, one might say. We use the sword key here, and then I know there's at least where 2 of the other ones are. We're going to try and get rid of this sword key as fast as possible, just because I want my inventory space. And then, oh, that was a little bit alarming. We push this, and there should be a knife under one of these, and then there should be bullets under the other. Yep, we get the defensive knife, which we still have our first one, luckily enough. For now. Do the dogs come in yet? I genuinely kind of forgot. I don't think they do. I think it's when we come back. Nope. The hit detection. Oh, do I have to do it from the other side? I swear I'm not going crazy. Is it this one? Oh, it's this one. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what is happening? Genuinely started getting a little bit concerned. I was like, I know that this is how it works. I've played this game before, I promise. Yeah, and just like that, we have like, gosh, what is that, 46 rounds? I think we should be good for a couple minutes. If we go through all of that ammo, just at all, I think that's when we need to start being a little bit concerned. Okay, we used the lockpick to get into here. This is the bathroom, right? I actually don't know. No, this is outside, isn't it? It is outside. Now, they should all be on the other side of the fence, I do believe. Yeah, we can use the we can take the chemical to use on the plants. We don't use that yet. That's a fuel can. There's a lot of herbs and stuff outside, so we'll have to try and keep that in mind. Not that I think we're going to particularly need it. This should be a relatively easy experience. We have the difficulty all the way down, and I know kind of what I'm doing, so I'm not too worried about it, but you never know. We could be in need of a Hail Mary at some point. At which point in time, who knows? Let's see. This is one of my favorite things about Jill's, because if you play as Chris in this, you have to kill this zombie. But Jill's a strong, independent woman who needs no man. And so she just, call her Seth Rollins because her boots are made for kicking. I love that. Just a practical solution to a practical problem. Also, this might be the first time in, like, any piece of media a woman has vomited and it's not a sign of her being pregnant. She just threw up because it was really gross. And honestly, I would probably do the same. I'm not even gonna lie. If I had to curb stomp a human skull and it turned to mush under my boot, I'm throwing up too. Cancel me all you want. Okay. Then there's this door. I'm going to do my best to avoid what I end up doing a lot of the times when I play this game, which is just constantly bringing up the map. I feel like that makes the game just a teensy bit less scary, and I'm not about that life. Yeah, we don't have any room for it. I believe that takes up 2 spots anyway, so we're going to have to offload some things before we can come back for it. Not that we even need it right now, to be honest. It's not, listen, I would love to have it, but we don't need it yet. We'll take the dagger. Is this... Okay, I think this is where we put... We light the fire there, and that... No, that's not where we get the map, I don't think. I think the map is upstairs, and we should still be on the first floor, to my recollection. I also don't know how you trigger the Jill Sandwich, like, cutscene. I know there's a specific order you have to do things in, I'm pretty sure. But I do nary know how you do it. But yeah, I promised that I would speak on it a little bit. So I wanted to talk a little bit about why I haven't been streaming. And the answer is nothing to do with, like, a loss of passion or anything. In fact, I'm feeling, like, pretty reinvigorated just by everything that's happened. But, as I've mentioned on stream a couple of times, I have really bad chronic pain. It's actually, I am legally disabled because of my chronic pain. And so the last day that I streamed, so this was about a month ago, my chair broke and the wheels, like, lowered all the way down, so there was no give on the chair. Well, I streamed anyways because I had a stream scheduled that day. And so what ended up happening was I was sitting on a chair that was broken, and so all of my weight, which I don't know if you know this, I'm not in just the best shape ever, all of my weight was put onto my legs and knees, and I ended up doing so much, like, damage to my knees. Like, I couldn't walk for, like, 2 weeks. And then I bought this chair, which is way better, by the way. So in truth, it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Bought this chair. And then, all the schools and stuff went on break. And I could have streamed during that time, and arguably I should have. But I was having a lot of problems with struggling to not be working just, like, all the time. Or just not be streaming or making video stuff. Like, I was finding it very difficult to find time to do things that weren't content creation related. And don't get me wrong, I love creating content. It's my favorite thing to do. But it was getting to a point where it was genuinely a bit unhealthy. So I just decided that while I was kind of injured and recovering, that I would just take some time off from creative things to kind of rediscover the other passions I have in life. And honestly, I don't regret that I did it. I really don't. What's the map button? Okay, it's left trigger. That one's gonna be weird to get used to, I'm not gonna lie. You need the armor key for that? Oh, the Spencer family key. Okay, never mind. Oh, this is the door I was thinking of. Never mind. I recall now. But yeah, so that's why I haven't been streaming. Just a series of unfortunate events. Shout out Lemony Snicket. Oh my... Holy... Okay, that one actually scared me. Props game. Jump scare number 1 is successful. I don't know. Do we trust that he's dead? I don't. Oh, he is dead. Okay, sick. He's dead? I'm pretty sure... I'm not gonna, like, try and trophy hunt for this game. I mean... Listen, I might or may not be able to, but let's be honest. I'm never gonna platinum this game because you have to beat it so fast, and it's just not gonna happen. So I'm not even gonna try. Samoa Joe knows that he can't speedrun this game, and so he's not even gonna try. Oh yeah, I forget we have a lot of good stuff at the start. We can pick up the handgun magazine. And then we can drop the blue gemstone for now, and we should be able to drop the chemical to use on plants. I'm going to do my best to keep the ink ribbon on us at just about all the times. We'll use the ink ribbon. It's going to maybe reveal the last time I played this game. Oh, it doesn't have any information. Never mind. I was going to say, I don't know the last time I played this game on my PlayStation. As I am currently playing this through my capture card through my PlayStation. Because I only own Resident Evil 1 and the Revelation games on my Steam account. We'll pick up the flask. And then the lighter should be upstairs, I do believe. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll refuel the fuel canteen. The faster we burn the zombies, the less we have to worry about Crimson Heads coming back. That's honestly my chief concern. Not even that the Crimson Heads are that, like, difficult to defeat, especially on easy. It's mostly just due to the fact that they genuinely unnerve me. I don't like things sprinting at me. I guess I'm kind of quirky in that way. Things start sprinting at me and I get real scared real fast. I'm not gonna bother double tapping him. I don't think it's necessary. We can come back through later and clean them up if we need to. Now I just have to find the office. This is the office. I mean, it's not, but it's almost the office. This one should be the office. Oh, wait, what? Have I been confuzzled? Nurse? Is this not where the office is? Is the office down there? Is that what the gray door is? This is actually perplexing me. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm not going to try and do this too often, but I recently started up a channel for my stream archive, specifically for this Resident Evil thing. Marathon, as I call it. And so you can go follow that. It's YouTube/Lost in the Brextras. I will also before long have a link to it in my Twitch page. But if you miss out on any of the streams, or maybe you just want to watch part of it back because I'm just that funny, you can always go find it on that page. No knob on the door. And then we unlock this one. Sick. But yeah, you can also follow my primary YouTube page, Lost in the Brecos, on YouTube. And there is where I post my longer form content. Less about games and streaming and stuff, and just media that I really enjoy. As always, thank you for putting up with my shilling for myself. It means a lot. Okay, that one's locked. That's the armor key that we need there. Then I think we need the armor key for this. Yeah. Sick, sick, sick. We're doing good. We're doing good. This is where we came from, but what is down this way, Arrow? Okay. We get another door. I just like to imagine that someone's entire job on this project was just designing the doors. Like, someone's whole job was just the doors. You can't convince me that's not true. There's the lighter. Or no, that's the dog whistle. Oh, snap. I'm all sorts of confused. Okay, yeah. Because that's where we get the fake key that we need to get the real key. A chessboard card from Ivory. The game appears to have ended in a checkmate. How ironic. Yeah, so now we don't have inventory space. Can I just... Oh, that's right. You can't get rid of items in the old games, I don't think. You can't discard them. I genuinely completely forgot about that. That's right. Okay, you know what? Fair play, game. I did, in fact, forget that detail. And the other games, you can just discard your ammo and stuff when you don't need it. But you can't do that in this one. It's not a big deal because down here's a save room, but still. We'll have to be careful about that, honestly. Because I hate backtracking. Which is ironic because this game is like 80% backtracking, but, you know. We're all hypocrites or something, right? We'll set up the shotgun shells. And honestly, the ink ribbons, I don't think we're going to need those. I don't really plan on dying. Hot take. But I don't plan on dying, so we should be fine. We should be. Emphasis on the should. Okay, we go up here. We take a turn. And then I already forgot which door it is. Oh, we can go through either. Oh, no, we can't. This one has no dob. So we can go through the door. It's such a... So many weird choices about this game, but I love it. I love this game so much. I need to set my footrest. That's right, bitches. My chair has a footrest. What does your chair have? Nothing. Actually, this chair was on Amazon for like $100, which is pretty good for a gaming chair. And this isn't even like a particularly premium chair, but I've never had one before, and so I'm oddly proud of this chair. I also had to build it, which is crazy. I didn't know you could build chairs. I didn't know that was legal. I thought chairs were pre-assembled by divine mandate. I didn't know we could just make people build their own chairs. Seems cruel and unusual to me. But it was kind of fun. I think my hottest take is that I genuinely really enjoy putting, like, furniture together. Like, when I buy, like, a bookshelf or something and I get to put that together, dude, I feel so accomplished afterwards. I know people are like, IKEA furniture is so hard to put together, but I really feel like it isn't. And if it is, that just means it's more of a challenge, you know? How can so many people like Lego but not like assembling furniture? I don't get it. I don't understand it on a fundamental level. Where's your sense of whimsy and adventure? You think back in the time of Paul Revere, they had pre-assembled bookshelves? Probably, but they probably cost a lot more back then. Now you can buy a bookshelf for like $30 and you can put it together all by yourself. And then Bob's your uncle. And all of a sudden you've got something to be proud of for that day. Someone asks you, oh, what'd you do the other day? You don't have to be like, oh, I streamed on my Twitch channel. Or, oh, I played video games. You can be like, no, I built a freaking bookshelf. Like the Amish do. Someone has to build them. Holy, that scared me. I forget that there's birds up here. They're not hostile unless you shoot them. And you should never do that. Just as a general policy. Because, oh my gosh. At least I'm pretty sure that it's this game where if you shoot the crows, they get hostile. I could be thinking of just a completely different game, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's this one. Seems likely to me. We are gonna go ahead and burn some bitches. We're gonna do a jump skip over this before he like fully ignites. Sick. And then we'll do this one as well. Oh, he's... Oh, that... First Crimson Head. First Crimson Head. Okay. Now you know why I'm scared. I do not like them, Sam I am. I don't. At all. Okay, watch from the other side. We should be able to get through here now, right? I'm not crazy? Maybe I am crazy, honestly. Any more? I don't know. Really looks like the cookie could crumble on either side and I just wouldn't know. Okay, that's here. And then what about this way? We use the sword key. Sick. We're gonna get out of this mess alive, Toto. I have faith in us. Let's see. Oh, I've been this way. Okay, sick. Oh, someone's still alive. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, so we downed you, and now we're just gonna... Oh, we have to wait for the body to hit the floor. I genuinely forgot about that. I get ahead of myself. Oh. Wait, what? Game? Okay, there we go. I was like, can I please burn the corpse? Oh, snap. I'm out of kerosene. Down the stairs, bitch. Locked that way. We need the helmet key. What if I just run away? What if I just run? What if I just turn and run? I think that is gonna be my best bet. I think is just. Oh my gosh! Why the hell aren't you dead? Can you please just die? Actually, please. Okay. Holy dude. I don't know who Lee is, but he is a hoe. Okay, we combine that with that. That genuinely scared the hell out of me. Okay, what's my health looking at? Okay, it's not too bad, but we could go for some herbs. We're gonna go do... What's the fastest way to get one of the get rid of one of the items we have? We could set one up, but that's like beta behavior. IMO. And I might be an Omega, but I'm not a beta, you know what I mean? You know, with like 2026 terminology, that like kids film Alpha and Omega suddenly takes on a much different meaning. Suddenly that's not the kind of film you would find on Disney Plus, it's the kind you'd find on sites that mommy and daddy visit when they're having pillow fight. I guess we could go do the dog whistle now. No, we can't because the dog whistle requires you to have an extra space. That's right, that's right. I think the wooden mount to get the upstairs map would be the fast way to get rid of an item. And then we can get the other key. Then we should be down an item, and then we can go pick up herbs and heal. Is my current modus operandi. The order of operations, if you will. Dude, watching Doc Holliday and, gosh, what's that guy name? The other guy, Johnny Ringo, in Tombstone made me want to learn Latin so bad. The problem is it's just so impractical. No one speaks Latin anymore. But, like, I think it probably has the most aura out of just any given language. Like, if you start speaking Latin to someone on the battlefield, they know that it's toast. They know it's donezo. But no one speaks Latin anymore, so you just start making up words and it has the same effect, I think. So that's why I'm learning German. At least, like, a couple million people speak German. No one speaks Latin anymore. Maybe that's where our shortcomings of society, like, arise from. Is no Latin. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's retrace our steps real quick. Where is that fireplace with the map at? I genuinely am losing it constantly. To the point where it's actually kind of an issue. It's really embarrassing. Because I literally always forget. Is this it? It is this. Sick. Okay. Cool. Do we have to examine this first? I think we might. Yeah. We do that. Okay. And then we use this. Set that there. And then we light her up. And then this is how we get the second floor map. Dude, I felt like a genius like the first time I figured this out. One of my favorite things about Resident Evil is I feel so smart when I play it. And, you know, half the time in these games I really am not smart at all. So the fact that these games make me feel smart, it's nice to win one, you know? Also, actually, what we can do right now is just pick up... No. Okay, we don't want to take a red herb. We'll take a green herb. And then we will eat that, and then we'll be on our way. Does that put us in fine? It does. Sick. We're chilling. Ain't no stopping us now. I hope. So then we go, until we get back to the main hall. Oh, if I go that way, I think that'll be when the door falls off, or is like about to fall off. And I'd prefer to avoid that for now, because then you have to go all the way around, and it's really annoying. And I don't like it. What this stream series is eventually going to turn into is just me hating on all of these games, despite the fact that Resident Evil is probably my favorite gaming franchise. Like, I'm just such a negative person, I think, when it comes to things I like. The more I like something, the more prone I am to criticizing it. I think that statement alone will ease a lot of heartache. And then I immediately went the wrong way. I'm pretty sure it's... Is it this door? Oh, it's locked from the other side. We have to go through this door first. I remember now. I remember it all too well. Gretchen's version. So if that was there, then it should be this door? I do believe. Dude, this one or the one next to it. I can never be sure. There's just so many doors in this game. Yeah, it's not this one. L behavior. Fatherless behavior. So it should be this one, right? They're literally identical doors. I don't know what you guys want from me. Heaven forbid a guy not know which door is which. And it's not this door either. Okay, FML. FML-SH. You know what? Get me one of those bracelets with the letters on it, and it's just FML-SH. I think that would be most fitting. So we need to go... I'm genuinely starting to lose it. Where is this? Am I being stupid or something? Is it on the other side? No, it's there. But how do I get to there? I'm so confused. Is it through the single door and then to the... Did I miss a door? And all of that? Did I miss a door? Because it should be through here and then to the left, right? So... Okay, we used the lockpick on it from this side, and then this should get us outside. Okay. That tracks. Yeah, now we're here, and we can use the dog whistle. And then, I think they come from that way, right? I feel like I'm in a... Oh my gosh! I turned for 1 second. For 1 second I turned. And I start getting Cujo'd. Oh my gosh, get off me. Okay. Not gonna lie, that one spooked me quite a bit. That might have gotten me more than the Crimson Head did earlier. Let's just be thankful that the zombies don't reanimate, or else... Well, I guess reanimate. Otherwise, this game would genuinely be a nightmare. And then we flip it around, and it's the decoy armor key. Yeah, imitation key. Oh, but... Oh, and then we go through the door, and it gets rid of the dog whistle. Yep. We discard that. And that's the only way to get rid of the dog whistle, which is really annoying. Or any item in this game, is when you can discard it from use. That's the only way you can get rid of items in this game. Unless you just want to fire like 70 shots of handgun ammo to get rid of one inventory space. It's actually kind of a nightmare. If you're just tuning in, let me know what... Ooh, nice headshot. Crisp, even. Let me know what your favorite horror movie is, or your favorite movie that horrified you. It doesn't have to be horror. Just any movie that scared you. I'll do my best not to judge. I will try my hardest. Alright, we're not going that way. This way? Okay, lockpick. Sick. The more that I grow, the more I realize I think I just prefer playing Jill in Resident Evil 1. She just has so much more, like, everything, it seems. Is that the... Okay, it is. Sick. Battery pack. I was gonna say, because Jill gets the lockpick instead of carrying Chris's lighter, but then Jill also has 2 extra inventory spaces, so she can just carry the lighter anyways. And then she can also just pick up old... She doesn't have to pick up old keys, so she gets an extra inventory space for no reason. Resi Raymer, welcome to the chat. I'm glad to see you here. Bro, Twitch ain't sending me a notif to, like, glance at my phone. Was waiting for the vibration. As many women have told me, you never wait for the vibration. Sometimes you gotta take initiative with it, or else it never comes. It's a true story, unfortunately. We could pick that up, but we probably shouldn't. You should never be afraid to make things vibrate. It's just good for everyone. It's good for the community. If there was one thing that we should all be embracing, it's vibrations. Let's see. Oh, we have to go to the weird room and then go upstairs. I remember now. All too well. As soon as I find the way to that room, it's over. And until then, I'm just going to look like a complete dumbass, and that's just comes with the territory. Okay, this is the right room. Never mind. I'm a genius, actually. First try. Nope, wrong door. It was a 50-50, and I lost. But no, I'm glad to see you back in the chat. It has been far too long since I've streamed last. I went the wrong way. Nice. Suddenly, I don't look like a genius as much anymore. Kind of funny how that works. Where did I go wrong? It's definitely in this general vicinity, I remember. Been a bit, I think it's been like straight up. It might have been close to a month at this point. I explained it a little bit earlier, but the reason why I was gone, and the reason why I have a new chair, by the way, chair reveal, is my last chair broke, and the last day that I was streaming, like the last stream I did before my hiatus, I was sitting in a chair that was broken, and so I put all of my body weight onto my legs, and so I have what's called fibromyalgia, so I have like chronic pain, so I straight up like, I don't think I actually tore anything, but I like significantly strained all of the muscles in my legs, and then I couldn't walk without like being in excruciating pain for about 2 weeks. and then I bought a chair, and then it took a week to get here, and then I had to put it together and stuff, and so it's been like a busy couple of weeks, and then I just decided to wait for a little bit to get back to streaming, because I needed a break from just everything. So it was a rough couple of weeks, but we're back now, and that's what matters. I 100%ed Stardew finally, did a JoJo run a week ago. I plan to get back into Stardew Valley later. I figured out how to mod games a little while ago. I had never used like Nexus mods before, but I was sick with both strep throat and the flu, which, by the way, I didn't know that could happen. No one warned me. And so I was like out for like a week, and so I just got really into modding games. So I finally figured out how to mod Stardew Valley and like Skyrim, a whole bunch of stuff actually. So I'm excited to do a modded Stardew Valley run at some point. Probably start over, honestly, just to see the new modded stuff, because it's been a hot minute since I played, and honestly the beginning of that game was my favorite part. And plus, I think I was trying to feel sick a couple days ago, but I think that was just my immense lack of sleep at the time. People underestimate how much, like, not good sleep can just ruin your entire life. I have sleep apnea, so I have, like, a CPAP machine, and if I don't sleep with that, I can sleep for 10 hours and still be exhausted. And, like, go right back to sleep. It's genuinely kind of crazy. And I would still consider myself, like, exhausted pretty much 24/7. So the fact that, like, without my CPAP I'm even more tired is just, like, it's just bad. It's a bad time. But I am glad you avoided the illness bug. Because it's going around and I don't like it. Do I have inventory space? I can. We'll pick up a green herb and take it. We'll take a potato chip and eat it. I've never seen Death Note, but I love that gif so much. Out of all of the things that have ever happened in a thing I haven't seen, that might be my favorite. I know that's oddly specific, but it is. I don't want to give away too much for when I redo Stardew Valley. But I found a couple mods that allow you to... Actually, I'm pretty sure you recommended it. There's a mod where you can romance Caroline, who was my original crush. And so I'm thinking if I found like some sort of polyamory mod and mods to seduce the moms, I could become a MILF hunter. And I think that that might be my calling in life. I think becoming the MILF hunter of Stardew Valley, I think that is my calling in life. I think that's why I was placed on God's green earth, was to become a MILF hunter. I haven't gotten sick in the last 2 years. Knock on wood. Hopefully that'll keep up. Well, now you've jinxed it, but my god, dude, 2 years? Dude, it's hard for me to get through like 3 months without getting sick. And that's like on a good time of the year. Literally, last year, I caught strep throat 5 times, and 4 of those were in 3 months. My pediatric doctor, when I was younger, used to say that I was like a living infection of disease. And I just don't know how to feel about that, even to this day. I don't know how I'm meant to take that. There's a polyamory mod called Polyamory Suite, I think. That actually is very good to know, not gonna lie. Not gonna cap, as the kids say. Let's give this guy a little bit of a poke. So I'm pretty sure he'll get up, right? Oh, he won't. I am gonna burn him then. If he doesn't get up, he burns. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. We don't want any crimson heads. Not one. I may just be, I'm off healthcare too and have taken no supplements to keep my immune system up. I may just be lucky that or diet is good. What are you eating? Pure, like, are you just going outside and eating butterflies? Is that how you get your protein? What do you do to get vitamin D? Go outside? Sick freak. The outdoor world? No. You know what's outside of my house? Things and people. There's a reason why I do my entertaining through the safety net that is a what is it called? We've got a barrier. This is a parasocial relationship. That's how I like to keep things. Just scavenging medicinal roots out of the local forest, dirt and all. People say that that's what my problem was, is I didn't eat enough dirt as a kid. And I think that they probably have a point, honestly. I think that the way to combat it is I want to get into gardening, and I think that my plan is just going to be to just not wash my vegetables that I grow. And I think that the issue will eventually resolve itself. That or I'm just immunocompromised and no one's told me, which is kind of my leading theory, I'm not going to lie. We don't need ink ribbons. I mean, we do, but not really. I believe... Does Jalal play the piano? I forget how that works. I think she does. You have to get the papers first. Which, we can push that out of the way, but is there anything this side? This side, no. We don't have enough stuff to place it down, so I don't think I'm going to pick it up just yet. I want to try maintaining a bonsai tree at some point. I love that, actually. I think bonsai... I think I would get too emotionally vested in it, but if I didn't, that would be pretty freaking sweet, I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty... Like... I have an unhealthy obsession with having hobbies that are cool. And so, for the longest time, I've been like, what if I just took up, like, leatherworking? Or, like, lock picking? You know, I want to have a hobby that people see it, and they're like, that's a cool dude with cool hobbies right there. And I think bonsai fills into that role as well. I'd just be scared that I'd accidentally trim it too short and, like, ruin its life, and I'd just feel bad. The problem with me and cool hobbies is most cool hobbies, you have to be like, what's the word? Talented at things. And I'm just not... Listen, this is not a self-roast, okay? It's simply the truth. I'm just not innately good at most things. Like, I suck at things for a long time, and then I eventually get better. That's like my way of doing things. And if you don't know how to leatherwork, then the first time you try and make like a sheath for a knife, you just cut yourself. And then that's it. Ice skating is another hobby that I want to get better at. The last time I went ice skating was in 2023 for my niece's 7th birthday party. And I fell and got concussed. And to this day, I still have lingering, like, health problems from that concussion. Which I also didn't know you could do. I didn't know that you could, like, fall down, hit your head, and then for, like, the rest of your perceivable life, just be, like, super intolerant to light. I don't say that to scare you off from ice skating. I more so mean, be careful, and if you fall and hit your head, what you should do is not go to school for a couple days. Don't be like me and literally be in the most stressful part of your life and like working on a billion projects at once and not take any time off from anything. I think that society underestimates how bad concussions are. Because like football players and professional wrestlers get concussions like every 3 days. And they just keep going. And I feel like people don't realize that that's really bad for you. Hitting your head actually isn't a good thing, and I think that we overlook that a lot. Can't hit my head if I take it off before skating. You know, that's actually a really good point. It's kind of like how you can't be a virgin if you've already fucked yourself over. Like, I handled that long ago. Kind of an apples to oranges comparison, I know, but... You raise a good point. No one can take your head off but you. Or, like, the Mexican cartel. They could also probably take your head off. There's a scene in Malcolm in the Middle, which is one of my favorite, like, sitcoms of all time. And it's set to the song Funky Town. And I just don't think that I can never look at that scene the same. We need the helmet key for that one. For that, I don't... Hot take. Don't like that. Do I have kerosene on me? I don't. Womp womp. Feel that probably just a bicycle helmet or something would be fine. May be goofy, but be safe. I wish more people wore helmets just for literally every occasion. Dude, I see people like skateboarding without a helmet, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Genuinely, like, what is wrong with you if you're going to be like... Or people like bicycling. You know how fast bicycles can go? Pretty fast. On the subject of bike helmets, I don't get why some people make and market indestructible helmets. The helmets are supposed to break so they absorb the impact of the crash. If it doesn't break, it doesn't cushion the fall. It's the same logic as a Tesla Cybertruck being the best at crashing because nothing happens when it crashes. It's just that people don't understand physics and don't try and understand them better. I mean, you're talking about the country where it was either Arby's or McDonald's offered a third of a pound burger, and they had to discontinue it because people kept thinking that a fourth of a pound burger was heavier because it had a 4 instead of a 3. I think you overestimate us. All the impact of the force goes into you instead of the crumple zone in your car. Yeah, but then if you think about it, it actually makes sense, right? Because then you don't have to pay for your car to be fixed. But oh wait, then you have to pay for healthcare, which is actually more expensive. So I guess there is no upside after all. Again. Oh, and then there's one in the freaking closet. Dude, it's 2026. Just come out already. Okay, no one's gonna blame you. Just come out. Thank you. I can see why you're in the closet in the first place. You are very ugly. No one's going to love you. After you can't use items if you get bit from behind, and then Fatso McGee over here's up. If I die here, I'm going to cry. And that's not an exaggeration. Okay, we're just gonna... Danny DeVito, we start blasting. Is he dead? Okay, hold up. Three hops this time. Let's pick up this diary. What is this? Does this contain any information? I don't think so. This is just world building. We don't need that. I'd rather die than wreck my car. Well, boy, do we get the car for you. You know what really would show it to the libs? If I spent $90,000 on a car and drove it one time before I'm physically unable to again. Because I'm in a coma. That would show us. It's truly some next level thinking. I don't want to encourage the behavior, but I almost admire how some people can twist logic in such like, they would literally win awards in the gymnastics for just the insane mental gymnastics that they can do. To like twist things around. Their way of owning the libs is so egregious and so petty that it's actually, it goes so far around that while I have no respect for those people, I almost respect the amount of pettiness that they have. Almost. We're talking reverse Flash levels of pettiness. And that's something I aspire to be. The pettiness, not, you know, out of touch with reality. But I guess those two go in hand. Let us... I'm going to go save, actually. Mama did, in fact, raise a little bitch. And I don't want to restart, like, from when I saved an hour ago. Every Pokemon are a billion lions. Lion catapult. People who believe that are rage baiting. There's no way. There's no way that people don't understand that Pokemon has gods and a slug that is hotter than the temperature of the core of the sun. People are either rage baiting or they're stupid. Or both. Like, I love rage baiting as much as the next guy. But, like, it's just such a horrible thing to rage bait on because it doesn't work. There's no conceivable metric by which the lions can win. And then people are like, oh, what about the lion ladder? It's like, I don't give a damn about your lion ladder, man. First of all, you think a bunch of lions are gonna create a ladder? Have you seen lions? They're not exactly the most, like, cooperative people. Second of all, I don't care how high you build your damn ladder. The Tower of Bumble. It matters not how high you build your ladder. The Tower of Babel still comes falling down. I don't know. Mag cargo is hotter than the surface of the sun. This argument, I will admit, actually has a fair counter argument. After about 200 or so lions jump into it, it will considerably lower the temp of that little guy, basically rendering him useless for the majority of the fight. Counterpoint, if as they jump towards him, they would be melted to, like, nothingness, right? Like, I'm not an idiot, that's just what would happen. They would just be, like, obliterated, right? Like, the sun is pretty hot. It would just, like, atomize them, wouldn't it? Like, you can't... That's why you can't go to the sun, is because it's too hot. It will melt you. What is going to be stopping him? Ash? Maybe. Talking about back shots, am I right? You may be right. Actually, that might be the first time anyone in my life has ever said that to me. This dude's crazy. This guy's greedy as hell. He just keeps taking my back shots and wants more. I'm on basically every dating app under the sun, right? And so I see a lot of fun bios, a lot of quirky bios for people that will never swipe right on me. But my favorite has got to be a girl's profile that I read like 2 days ago said, back shots this, back shots that. I want to be taken out back and shot. And that might be my favorite quote of all time. That's so genius that I love it. Like, it's just such a stupid way of thinking. But, like, that's the kind of person I want to marry. That is waifu. And because I've referred to a real-life woman as waifu now, that's why I will never get married. What it's like to date me, IDK, I've never dated me before. You can try everything once. Like, there's no one stopping you. Be like Sue Sylvester. Marry yourself. I'm tired of this world not having enough ingenuity, enough intrigue. I've genuinely forgotten what I'm supposed to be doing at this specific point in the game. Let me lock in for a second. What is... Do I have any keys for any of the upstairs rooms? That is priority numero uno. I'm playing Cookie Clicker right now. Imagine playing Cookie Clicker when you could be clicking a cookie IRL. I'm just saying. I mean, you might have to pay more to click a cookie IRL, but, like, it is doable. In some regions of the world. Maybe not, you know, legal here, but, like, it's legal somewhere. Go to Dubai. Actually, maybe don't go to Dubai. Maybe that's not the place to go. Then my finger would get all chocolatey. The rumors about Dubai do not paint that sentence in a favorable light, my friend, I must say. You know what, like, influencers apparently do in Dubai? That is the worst possible sentence you could ever say. Ever. Out of all the sentences that have ever been said in the history of the world regarding Dubai, that might be the worst one. Oh.
Jill, don't scare me.
Speak for yourself, Barry. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Well,
I think you should take a look at this. I warn you,
David
though,
Harbour.
It's not pretty. It's forest.
Oh my gosh.
What could have done this to him?
God only knows, but I'm gonna find out what did this to him. Jill, could you investigate other areas?
Yeah, sure.
Jill, this is no longer useful to Forrest. We don't know what's going to happen.
I don't have room for that, bitch. Do I have room for it? Oh, it only takes one inventory. That's right. Everything takes one inventory space in this thing. I'm talking about cookie IRL. I don't care what you're on about. Why would there be chocolate? Think, Mark. Think. Son of a bitch. We've crashed. That's actually really unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like day ruining, but like it's pretty close. It's actually not that bad. It just is mildly irritating. At least we saved like 10 minutes ago. I'll have to remember to save more often then, because dude, if I lose like an hour of process, I'm quitting and moving on to the next game. I will leave. I will go to Resident Evil 2. I'm not above it. I prefer that game anyways. I don't know if I've mentioned this as you're in the chat, but what I'm undergoing for the next month or two is a marathon of all the Resident Evil games. The mainline ones, because there's like 20 otherwise. And so, hopefully by the time Requiem comes out, which is the next Resident Evil that's supposed to come out, I will have beaten all of the Resident Evil games on stream. And by the way, I took your advice and I set up a designated YouTube page for my stream archives. So if you want to follow that, it's YouTube Lost in the Brextras. Like, extras plus Breck. Because that's my name. And so I'm excited to see what streaming fun will await us this year. I'm quite excited. So we need to go upstairs. And then this is the guy that I was giving back shots to. I remember. But this time he's taking it from the front. Like a good boy. What's this one? That one's locked. Okay, sick. I have to recall literally the place I specifically just was. Which is going to be like a nightmare for me because I'm really bad at that particular thing. I have horrible short-term memory. I go into one door, I go out the other, and I have no idea what changed in between those two happenings. This is like a daily epidemic. Which side was I on? I guess we can just go this way and see what happens. If we go a different route on accident, I don't think it really matters. As long as we're moving forward, slow progress is better than no progress, so who cares? Not I. Still can't open that one. We have the armor key and the... Well, we already used the sword key on everything. So now I just need to figure out which doors I can use to open the proper place. the proper doors that I have yet to experience and unearth. It's fascinating, actually. It's really funny because I was talking a big game earlier about how I knew a lot of this game like the back of my hand, and this entire stream has just dedicated that was a complete and utter lie, and not even almost true. Like, the first thing I did was forget like the solution to one of the like first puzzles. I forgot you had to have an item that I just didn't have immediately. I've never been so humiliated, and I've done a lot of humiliating things. Walk from the other side, that's fine. So if we go upstairs, we should have that encounter with Barry again, or we can go to the right and do something, probably. At some point, we'll have to get the wall mount, and then there's the other wall mount. I don't know at what point we need to do that. It has, in earnest, been a little while since I've gotten this far in the game. Usually I just start this game up and then like immediately quit playing after a certain point because I get confused or bored. But I'm determined to see this out through the end. Mark my words. This will happen. It's only a matter of time. So it should be this door that's locked, right? Okay, we open this one. Sick. We get more of the map opening up. Okay, this is the place we just were. Yeah, because we gotta struggle to pick up this round of ammunition. Sick. And let's hope we don't crash again. Let's see. Okay, let's skip that. Take the grenade launcher. Please don't crash. Why? What is happening? Now I am confused. I am going to have to look this up. Oh, and my battery just died. Nice! Everything's falling apart. Don't worry, I'll fix that. Luckily, I've been charging my, Okay, so I think we just need to do a different route. Because you can get the grenade launcher and progress a different way, so I guess we just need to avoid that specific route. Womp womp. Alright, so let me switch my battery cameras real quick. Friend, I don't know why the hell did you spell friend wrong? Or why did it censor that? That's such a weird Spirit City lo-fi sessions, and it's almost constantly been on my side monitor. It's such a relaxing and helpful little app. I've got to say, that is a string of words that I don't think I've ever heard, like, specifically in that order, but I'm glad that you're happy. For a second, I read lo-fi as lolly, and I was really concerned, and then I realized that lo-fi is a type of music. I read lolly and got really confused. For a second, I thought I was gonna have to start playing some Breakbot. Not that I'd complain about that. I unironically really love Baby I'm Yours, but you know. Memes are gonna be memes. English, cancel. So then we remount that. We secure the base plate. Oh. position ourselves. I had a period there on act. You had a period? Whoa, 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 friendo. I think we need to talk about that for a second. Also, let me fix my webcam real quick. Oh, I have to. That's right. That's what I unplugged. Thanks, Reshi. That's really embarrassing. Yeah, I'm back. We're chilling. Am I unmuted? Okay, we are unmuted. Thanks, Reshi. That would have been really embarrassing if I just streamed for like another hour and a half muted. If you're just tuning in, let me know what is your favorite horror movie or a movie that horrified you, just in general. It doesn't have to be a horror movie, just a movie that horrified you. But as I was saying, apparently we just can't go the route that we were going. We can't go to Forest Body to get the grenade launcher, or else for some reason we're just going to keep crashing. I looked it up on the Resident Evil wiki, Resident Evil Reddit, mind you, and people were saying that the cutscene that we just got was something that couldn't happen. Like, people were like just straight up saying that OP was lying and that's not how the game worked. And like, how often does that happen on Reddit when people are talking about like a designated hobby? If you talk with the confidence of a Redditor and you're wrong, you have to kill yourself. Like, I don't even make the rules. If you speak that confidently and you're wrong, it's over. Your credibility is gone. Reduced to atoms, even. Right in the dome. Jill doesn't play around. And you know what? Good for her. Alright, we're gonna... Nope, that's not it. So what we need to be really careful to do... I keep wanting to point to show things, and then I remember you guys can't really see my hands. We can't go outside currently, or else we will crash. So we've got to figure out a different route to go, which is going to be really hard because all that I have in my mind right now is going the exact same route we just went. Which would be bad. I'm just adding in context. And I'd prefer if I didn't have to keep replaying this 15-second, like, span of game. I can't say that replaying the same thing over and over and over is my favorite pastime. But you know what? Maybe it is yours, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for me. Every time I go past these windows, I get a little bit nervous. This should be the bathroom, right? If this is the bathroom, we don't have any business in here, ironically. Oh no, this is the outside. Okay, sick. So we can do is put the... Nope. Cancel that. We need to put the plant chemicals in there. And then that gets rid of the plant, and I forget what we do with the plant. If you're just tuning in, welcome. This is the beginning of something utterly dreadful. And I do mean that in the best of ways. This is the Resident Evil Marathon. And what that means is for the next month or two, on every Wednesday and Friday, I will be playing through all of the mainline Resident Evil games. And if you guys want, I will play through something like Zero as well. And the goal is that by the end, we will be playing through all of them in time for Requiem. So I hope that you guys are enjoying yourselves. Feel free to follow if you guys want notifications for when I go live. It would truly mean the most to me. But otherwise, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. As as one of you guys were saying in the chat about a game called Lo-Fi. What is this game called? Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. You customize your character and room fully. Lets you pick what activity the character is doing in what part of the room. You have lo-fi playing. Okay. So this is a music simulator. I see. You have a bunch of different ambient noises playing in the back, from rain to fireplace to seagulls. This actually does sound really relaxing. Let's grab the chemicals as I'm reading this. How do I get to the chemicals? I've already gone the wrong way. I'm such a dumbass sometimes. It actually bothers me. You can also pick the time of the day and what it looks like outside the houses. Another large part of the game are these spirits you can lure out by doing certain tasks for about 30 minutes to an hour. I didn't get to this yet, but the main reason for the game is to add stuff to your to-do list, and the sounds and stuff help you focus on tasks. Oh, so this is literally like a productivity game. So this is like that app with the bird. I think it's called Finch. Sounds very similar. That I definitely know that I know some people IRL who do plenty of things like that. Not necessarily that game, but just in general, they check out different like mental health care apps and stuff, and it works for a lot of people, and I'm glad. The spirits are kind of like Pokemon. They have with your character, they do tasks with you. Highly recommend the game to anyone to BH. It sounds like it could be really good for a certain subsect of people. I think that those kinds of games should be talked about more, because I know a lot of people that would benefit from that, honestly. I'll have to tell some friends about that. Go through here. Honestly, at this point in Resident Evil, I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly lost. It's a little bit embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll persevere. Just for you guys. Let's see. Can we light this fireplace? I actually don't know. Is that a fireplace or is that a table? Unfortunately, I'm very visually impaired. That's not a fireplace. Would probably be the first of many issues. That's the bathroom right there, so we don't need that. Is there any item box? There is an item box. Okay, sick. And then we'll run back and pump the things in the plant water. Whatever it's called. My mind is so frazzled. I'm not used to having this many people in chat. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope your days are as wonderful as you are. There's 2 DLCs to the game as of now. One adds a kitchen area and another takes you on a train. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I know that the stereotype is that autistic people love trains. Trains are fucking terrifying to me. And I truly mean that. They're big and loud and fast. And I live in a small town that... Oh my god, Crimson Head. Okay. You know what? That one's on me. I tuned out for a second in a survival horror game. That was my bad. Good thing we have an abundance of defense items. Let's put you down for bed, Grandpa. You're looking a little cranky. Okay, sick. That was really scary, I'm not gonna lie. Holy, that scared me really bad. But yeah, no, trains terrify me IRL. I live in a small town, and there's a train track, like, through the core of it, and if that train derailed, it would literally kill all of us. That's not a joke. It would wipe out my entire town if it derailed. You know the pressure of having to worry about one singular train that comes and goes each day, derailing and killing everyone is? It's a lot. More than you would think, actually. Oh, this is nice. Okay, more bullets. I just need to be careful not to pick up the spray, because I need my inventory spaces. I have hyperfixated on the game a bit. I already have it at 91% completion on Steam. That's outrageous. But I get it. I do get it. Let's see, we'll do that. I don't think there's any point in burning the Crimson Heads, right? Because the Hunter things just appear, I do believe. Last time I was actually on a train, I was like 5 or 6. I've never actually been on a train. Besides at Silver Dollar City, which is like a local theme park. They have a train that takes you around the park. I've been on that one, but I've never actually been on the train. I got the game about 4 to 5 days ago, and you're 91% done. I guess it depends on how long the game is. Because right before Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 4 came out, I played through all 4 of the other games in, like, a week. Like, that's how dedicated I was. So I am not one to judge, unfortunately. I wish that I was. I wish I had the self-control to say that I would never have an addiction like that, but that would just be lying. I'm not too keen on that. This is this light puzzle which bugs me because I'm colorblind. That's not a joke, by the way. I am genuinely colorblind. 3 spirits. Most achievements are just unlocking the different spirits by waiting on a specific task at a specific part of the room for a bit. The last 3 achievements I have left are getting to level 30, 40, and 50, which are going to take a while. So you've got plenty left in the tank. Bracelet, a necklace, and a crown. There's a switch at the bottom of the picture. Press it. Sure. What is pressing the switch do? I genuinely... Oh, we have to lock it in and then press the switch, I do believe. Yeah, so we don't press that yet. So the one... Oh, the birds are mad. The birds are mad. Someone call Alfred Hitchcock. Oh my god. Please stop. You know what? I'm playing Duck Hunt, bitches. I don't even need an end zap. I brought my own. Sorry. Listen, I apologize. Ah! Listen. Duck Hunt being in Smash Brothers has really triggered my anger towards birds, and I usually love them. Especially ravens. Holy hell. Jesus Christ, that scared me. That was not fun. Not fun at all. I had sent a few screenshots of the 3 characters' rooms. I don't know if you want to check them out at the end of the stream. Absolutely, I would love to do that. I will do that at the end of the stream. Just make sure you remind me. Otherwise, I will forget. Alright. Let's finagle around with this for a little bit because it's going to take me a second. The necklace is... What's the color of the necklace? Necklace is purple, so we got one. But we need to get the other 2 as well. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, the bracelet needs to be orange. That's not orange. Haha. See, this is where my color blindness is going to be a bit of a problem. Specifically red-green colorblind. Which I think that I can do this part pretty well, but this might take a second longer than I would like it to. Okay, the headband's supposed to be green, so I think we've literally done it already. We just need to come and flick the other switch, I do believe. I could be mistaken, mind you, but I don't think so. The bracelet... Shit, I already forgot. I think the bracelet was supposed to be orange, right? And then purple and then green? I think so? I'm going to edit a small vid together to showcase it all actually because I'm hyper-fixated on it and motivated to be extra. Dude, do it. I will never complain about someone taking the extra mile to make things enjoyable to other people. That would be a really weird thing to be offended by. Yes. Okay, sick. I genuinely was starting to get worried that was going to just be a humiliation parade. Alright, we got our first mask, though. That's pretty badass. Too bad we can't pick it up. We should be able to unlock this one, though, right? Okay, sick. And then we have this open, so we can at least get back to it pretty easily. Yikes, dude. You know that saying, like, you can't make an omelet without scrambling a few eggs? I feel like that's what my brain is like right now. Someone cracked me open and took a spatula and just stirred around my brains a little bit because I'm so scatterbrained right now. It's actually a problem. Hold up. I swear I thought I just heard, like, other footsteps. Sometimes the footfall sounds in this game are a little bit delayed, at least to my ears. And I fully just thought that I was about to get, I don't even know what. Probably things I can't say on Twitch. Probably. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I have to follow them. Let's let's see. So which of these doors? It should be this one, right? This one should lead to hopefully whimsy and adventure, maybe? Could be. Could be a lot of things. Get locked from the other side. So no, I chose the wrong way. I am in fact a fool. As if we needed any more evidence. I have proven definitively once and for all that I am indeed a fool. We should be able to go to the other side of the house and unlock that, right? Right? I found the Japanese cicadas options they have as ambience really funny. There are Japanese cicadas. I mean, I know there's cicadas, like, in America, but... Listen, I'm not saying that I'm gonna switch the country I live in because of a couple cicadas. But, like, if I ever move, like, the cicadas are going to factor it in. Like, I'm not gonna leave the country I was born and then go to another country that has cicadas, you know? If I find out that Germany has cicadas, I'm going to lose my mind. And I do mean that. It's going to be ugly. They sound like if you had a high-pitched electric toothbrush in your mouth and you kept opening and closing your mouth/lips. Japanese cicadas sound much better than American cicadas. I will have to tell this story one day on stream. I'll have to do like a... I'll have to wait for like a special occasion to tell this story. Because I do have visual evidence. But a couple years ago, I was attacked. No, go back in right away. This is Forrest's place and we don't want to crash again. I was attacked by a cicada, IRL, in the comfort of my own home. I was attacked by a cicada, and I've genuinely been terrified of cicadas ever since. It was a bloody battle, and I did win, but there were casualties on both sides, mostly on his side, but on my side too. Genuinely traumatizing. Don't most cicadas cycle on the same 13-year cycle underground or something? I don't know enough about cicadas, dude. I honestly don't. I will say, a 13-year-old cycle, that sounds like hell. Right, ladies? Right, because women have cycles. I'm so fucking funny. Oh, I'm such a genius. Can I get into this drawer? I can, yay. Finally. Took me a while to find a door I could actually get through. Oh!
Richard!
That, holy dude.
What happened?
Only in Resident Evil can a person
You're
scare me more than a
wounded.
zombie.
This whole place is a killing zone.
So I have to go run and get the cure,
Monsters.
right?
What did this to you?
So 13-year cycles, while others have
Snake.
17-year-old cycles, I hate
Had to
that.
be poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Both are prime numbers,
Bring me
which help them
serum.
avoid predators by preventing
I
overlap
saw
with
some,
other
but
broods.
didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
That's
Thanks.
horrifying. I mean, I kind of knew that. I think that they're, like, spread out, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's multiple generations at each time, I believe. Because I've definitely seen cicadas more than, like, twice in my life. And I'm only 20. I think locusts also do something like that. Now, if you want to talk about an interesting case study, locusts are really cool in my opinion. I actually really like locusts. But because of, like, biblical lore, I guess you would say, locusts are, like, super hated. But locusts are just, like, grasshoppers. Grasshoppers are cool, dude. I'm, like, 1/16 Native American. Do you know what the natives used to do with grasshoppers? Not a damn thing, because they knew they were a good omen. I'm not gonna kill a grasshopper. You know what would happen if I killed a grasshopper with 1/16 Native American in my blood? I would probably not be able to go visit any reservations for the rest of my life. Not that I've ever been to a reservation, but I do want to go to one someday and just observe. I think my biggest red flag is that I genuinely really want to go to, like, an Amish, like, settlement. What are they called? Amish camp? Amish city. I don't know. And I just wanna like watch them. You know what I mean? Like, I need to prove that they're not just like pretending to not use technology. Because, like, has anyone like proven that they actually don't, or are they just pretending? Because they could just pretend when like normies are around, and then the second they leave, they could just get back to playing their Xboxes. Like, you can't convince me the Amish don't use any technology. They're just really good at hiding it. Ah, son of a gun. Okay. Let's save real quick. And then we'll drop off the ink ribbons. And then we'll go save Richard, hopefully. And if we don't, then it's okay. I don't really care. But no, I always thought locusts got a bad rap. I mean, you descend in, like, swarms one time to signify the end times. And all of a sudden, everyone hates you. If that's a crime, then lock me up. I'll take one for the team, guys. Don't worry. We have so much ammo, it's not even funny. It's gonna be funny if I run out, but in any other circumstance, the amount of ammo that I have is actually just amusing. I've been drinking more water lately, and I have to say I recommend it, just for everyone in general. We all need to be drinking more water. We all need to be eating better. Listen, it's 2 weeks into January. You can't let your resolutions fall through already. He says, knowing full well that he's already messed up his resolutions. Do you guys want to know what my resolution was this year? I'll give you a hint. It's the same that it was last year and the year before that, and I think the year before that. I would love to know what you guys think that it is. I organized a big movie watch party with some friends for Iron Lung. Until, like, genuinely 3 weeks ago, I had no idea what Iron Lung was. For someone who streams and makes content, I actually don't watch that much YouTube. And I've never really been... The only person that I watch play games is Call Me Kevin. And so I've never, like, been a Markiplier guy. I just realized I've lost Richard. That's probably not good. Oh, no, wait, I know where he is, I think. And if I don't, it'll be fine. I watch too much YouTube. I mean, I don't think watching YouTube is inherently any worse than watching just any TV show. They're essentially, like, I'm not a psychologist, but I would assume they're fundamentally the same. You could argue that, like, we all watch too much TV. I know that I do, but, you know, irrelevant. Is he still alive?
Richard.
Okay, we got him.
Give you a shot.
Just in time.
Jill, here's my...
Oh, yeah. My Twitch recap in 25 was wild. 364 days watched. 2,630 hours watched. Holy hell! What day did you take off? Christmas? Fucking Hanukkah? I don't know. Dude, if I did anything for 364 days out of the year, I would go insane. I don't... Listen, genuinely props to you for being so into Twitch that you watched it all the time. There's, like, never been anything in my life I could do for 364 days of the year. And that includes things like sleeping and drinking water. Oh. Okay, he's dead. We are going to light him up just for future-proofing purposes. Also, this should be right around when we have to fight the Viper, right? I'm not talking about Randy Orton. Unfortunately. I think Halloween was the day off. At least you have your priorities in order. Halloween is a day for watching scary movies and nothing else. That's why it's my favorite holiday. Once you are, like, old enough to not go trick-or-treating, all of a sudden, Halloween becomes a lot more pleasant, at least in my opinion. Halloween is the best holiday. I fundamentally agree. I say that and people get real mad real fast. They're like, you prefer Halloween over Christmas? It's like, yeah, because there's no expectation for Halloween. If I slept all day on Halloween, I don't think anyone would care. That's why I love it. There's no pressure. There's no expectation. Do what you want on Halloween. It is your day. Halloween might as well be any other day of the year, and that's why it's the best. That and, like, Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day is also an underrated holiday, even if you're single, because everyone is so infatuated with their own love life, they leave you alone. It is my stance on the matter. Musical score, okay, and then the other one is... we need the wall mount for it? This is the part of Resident Evil where I get confused. Where's the... oh, is that the door? Guys, listen. I don't have my glasses on because I hate the way I look with them on. I can't see. I'm sorry. Do I really want to try and fight this snake with just a pistol? Something tells me that that's not the best idea. Something tells me I should probably offload some stuff and get the shotgun. Would probably be, like, a good course of action. Richard, are you alive?
I'm okay. The others...
What an outright lie. Dude is bleeding out on the ground and he's like, I'm okay. Like, no, the hell you're not. Don't be a big man, Richard. You look like you haven't fully gone through puberty yet. You don't need to be doing all that. Either die or live. Don't be the guy that's going in between on things, okay? Commit to the bit. Either die or don't. Poor Richard. Oh shit, where'd I put my other camera battery at? I mean, I have one on the charger, so it's not like a big deal, but you know. What is that? No, let's not press that. Die or stop whining. Literally. Is that a... what is that? Is that the crest? Shit, I can't see that far, dude. You've got an axe, the sleeping knight. Okay. Oh, they're all sleeping knights, I see. They're all sleepy guys. I remember that there's some way you have to do this in a specific order. You have to push them all in without any of them being out, and then you can get whatever's in there. I can go ahead and do this puzzle, but it's not going to matter because I can't pick anything up. Yeah, see, and then that happens. And then I just get irritated really fast. I have very little patience for video games, but I can be patient for everything else. It is specifically video games that bother me when it comes to patience. Okay. You dirty... I'm not gonna finish that sentence, actually. I'd rather not. I prefer my words to be kind. Hot take. So... maybe the axe next? Nope, that pushes that out. And then if we push this in... that pushes that. Okay, so now everyone's just popping out of every orifice. We're just leaving everything out on the table. If we push this one in, that one comes back out, right? Son of a bitch, dude. Nothing in life makes me as irritated as this right here. That's not a joke. This is infuriating right now. I'm about to throw something out the goddamn window, okay? Okay, so then that brings it, but then we push this out, and then that comes out, and it tries my patience, dude, I'm not gonna lie. It really does. It really tries my patience a lot. If we push this in, then that pulls out. Okay, finally. Holy, dude. Then we press the fecking switch. It is the crest. Okay. Or, no, is it the crest? It's one of the crests. Okay. So we'll leave this, and if I have to redo that puzzle, I'm going to cry. Probably very loudly. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. And then, do we have any more doors? We do. Okay, let's go this way. I'm thinking we can open up one or two of those doors with the helmet key. Armor key, rather. Is it this one? No knob, we can't go through. That's what Crimson Head. I just really don't like them. Hot take, not a fan. Okay. Double, triple, quadruple tap, actually. Are you dead? Okay. Now we're sure. We do need to heal pretty desperately, I'm not gonna lie. Let's... Okay, we get rid of the armor key. We're gonna go in here, even though it is technically risky because we are pretty low on health. But I'm hoping that there will be herbs in here. I kind of forget what room this is. Oh, this is the deer room. Okay. The deer room, he says, as he has no idea what else is in the deer room besides the deer. I have no idea what prominence this pertains. Use the lockpick to get in here. We'll see what this is. Could be anything. Whimsy. A Scrooge McDuck swimming pool full of gold. Okay, here's a different Barry cutscene. Sick.
Ah! Jill.
Barry, I didn't mean to get you that excited.
Right. Anyway, you should read this.
Hold up. What'd you do to him, Jill? You're about to make him act up. Oh, that's right. I forget that you have to do these puzzles with Jill.
Well, I guess we were right about this mansion being quite unnatural.
You have a way with understatements.
Where's the part that's torn off?
Well, my only guess is that it was the most important part, and somebody didn't want anyone to see it.
Oh, snap.
Let's continue our
It's
investigation.
a cover-up. Okay. This place is annoying because there's so many items you have to pick up, like, all at once, and it's not fun. And so I'm just gonna leave, actually. Yeah, I think that's actually the best plan. It's just leave. That's... that's big brain thinking right there. If you don't like what's going on, walk away. It's a really good way to resolve crime as well. Just leave. That's a first aid kit. I don't think there's anything there, is there? Okay, sick. We go around here. There's ink ribbon. Then there's something over here, right? Oh, another herb. We will take that. We'll take the wins we can get. No matter how they might seem, a win is still a win. Sick. Awesome. Footprints straight through the bed. Can we push the bed? I don't know, man. Seems kind of sketchy to me. Then I have to finagle for 10 minutes to figure out how to walk to the bed. Okay, yeah, we can't get through on that side. That's just a first aid spray, right? Yeah, we don't want to pick that up just because I don't have room for it. We won't go in there. So we have the one room open. We could potentially go through and get the rocket launcher now. And that would help us against the snake. I forget what the snake's name is. It's something stupid. I want to say it's like cotton or something. But I'm probably wrong on that front. And then there's another door down here. We go through here and then there's another door that's locked. And I don't know what key we need to get into it. It could be anything. Oh, this room. I think we need the helmet key, don't we? Yeah. Okay, I recall. Yep, so we have that, and then there's herbs there. We don't really need them. Honestly, we've taken a lot more damage and used more herbs than I genuinely thought we would, but... oh well. Listen, I'm not a great Resident Evil player. That's not what people are gonna see here. If you want someone who's like, you know, I like to think entertaining, then I'm here. But if you're looking for someone who's just really good at Resident Evil games, you're not finding him here. Honestly, I don't care. If the doorknob breaks, it breaks. Like, it would be annoying, but it's gonna happen eventually anyways. Can I? Oh, I don't have any kerosene. I think that one I've already killed, though. So that's, like, fun, I guess. And then... See, I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie. I am scared. Just because... I want to get the shotgun, but I've also kind of forgotten how we... Oh, and here's the doggies. Oh, that's not a dog. That's a man. Okay, headshot. Listen, that pleases me. Oh god. Okay, we like desperately need kerosene because if those three get up, like right next to each other and become heads, I'm going to die. There's four. Why? No, stop it. This isn't fair. You know how much... Why? Why is there 5 of them? This is easy difficulty. That's not fair, man. Why are there so many of them? Good gravy. Who did I anger to be smitten so? Oh my gosh. I didn't know that could happen. Okay, there's a door. Oh, I have to go through that one. Never mind, can't reach it. I've learned my lesson. Ugh. And then the dogs show up too. Okay, listen, game. I see how it is. 5 consecutive zombies wasn't enough. Send the hellhound after. Why not? It's round 5 anyways. Get off. No one loves you, Cujo. No one will ever love you. That's why they didn't have to old yeller Cujo. They just wanted him to die anyways. I've never seen Cujo. That could be completely wrong. Maybe they do take him behind the barn. I don't know. What do you think I do? Sit around reading books all day? I'm not Amish. Struggling desperately to get comfortable here, and it's just not working too well. I'm desperately trying to think, what all do we have in our inventory right now? We have the plant chemicals, right? That could be low-key a good thing to get rid of. I just have to remember which room the plant chemicals go in. I'm kind of thinking it's the top right room over there. So we're actually going to turn right around and probably have some friends pop up because I just passed them. And so that's not something I'm looking forward to, but I do think it's going to happen. Unfortunately. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know I sure am. And thanks for stopping by. At least we don't have to worry about this room because the dogs don't reanimate, which is a good thing for me and probably for the world over because the dogs are already hard enough as they are. Pause. Okay. I'm thinking it's on the other side of this like wall here. Should be in the plant room. And if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look really stupid. But if I'm right, I might look not stupid. Oh, no. There is kerosene, though. So that's, like, you know, we take the good with the bad. So what is there anything to do there? Oh, I went in the wrong room anyways. So I might not be an idiot after all. I might just be confused. Which is also, you know, a bad thing in its own right, but it is something. By the way, question of the day. What is your favorite horror movie or a movie that horrified you? So, like, a movie that horrified me isn't a horror movie. Coraline, Nightmare Before Christmas, Return to Oz with the lady that switches her head off. All terrifying. Oh, this is the bathroom. Okay, well then. Now I just look like a fool. So where's the chemical thing at? Now I'm genuinely lost. If I was, let's say, a water dispensing system, and I just really needed to be filled with chemicals to kill like a killer plant, where would I be? And we know it's outside. But I'm guessing... What an interesting case study. I don't care if I've watched many scary movies, but I like Monster House a lot. I haven't seen Monster House, but I know in a similar vein to that, Paranorman. It's not scary in the slightest, but I love Paranorman. And I plan to watch Monster House one day, I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm actually going to go around to the Crimson Heads, because I need to burn a couple of those corpses, or else we're going to have a real problem. But no, any of those, like, I feel like the early 2000s had a lot of those kinds of movies. You had, like, Coraline, Monster House, Paranorman, Frankenweenie. All of those movies are, like, low-key kind of great. Oh, you have to use the kerosene on them, not the lighter. I always forget that. Yeah, we burn you, and then we'll burn you, and then unfortunately we can't burn the other two. Unfortunately. What's this door? Actually, what is this door? I've genuinely forgotten already. It's been 2 minutes and I've already forgotten. I might have seen a bit of those, the names ring a bell, but I don't remember anything specific. That's me with a lot of movies, honestly. There are a lot of movies that I, like, know, but I haven't seen. It's kind of an art form. To remember just enough to be like, I might have seen that, but not enough to be like, oh yeah, I've seen it. It's exactly the kind of middle ground where I like to thrive. Okay. So we're going to go up and around, I do believe. I am trying desperately to remember if we have a kerosene tank in here, and I don't remember. But that door is going to break if we go through it again, and I'm trying to avoid that for as long as possible. Because then we have to go all the way around, and it just isn't a good time. Okay. Let's think for a second. That's the office. Puzzle room. That's where we fight the snake. Again, you guys can't see where I'm pointing. That's very hard for me to remember. I keep instinctively trying to point at things, and you guys can't see where my fingers are pointing in relevance to the screen. It's demoralizing. Humiliating, even. And I know a lot about both of those things. Let's try this one. I don't think that this is where it is, but, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. Oh, never mind. That's where Richard is. I'm so dumb. At a certain point, it almost becomes respectable, right, guys? Like, wow, Brett, you're so dumb. It's actually kind of impressive. Maybe I'm forcing it. I don't know. I think that there is a certain amount of talent involved. Maybe not, like, an admirable talent, but, like, I do think you need some skills. Try this door, I guess. At this point, I genuinely have no idea. I just need to offload these chemicals somewhere so we can have an inventory spot free. We should be able to get the thing now, and if we crash, I'm genuinely going to crash out. If we crash, I crash out. That's how this works. I'm hoping that now we've bypassed the, like, Barry cutscene, we should be fine. And if not, I'm going to punch someone in the face. And I don't know who, and I don't know how, but it's gonna be bad. Okay. Listen, this is promising. Okay, just giving up the ghost. What a cool way to say someone's died. Giving up the ghost. That's metal as hell. Also, doesn't he reanimate? So can I just... Okay, I want it on the records that I have shot this man's corpse and he did not react. So when he gets up here in a second, I just want you guys to remember that I tried to prevent this whole thing from happening. Oh gosh. See? I told you. I've warned you, and this is what's happening. Alright, I'm gonna dip for a little bit to edit those videos together. Alright, thank you Resi for stopping by. I can't wait to see the result of that later. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you. Alright, Forrest. There we go. I was going to quote Forrest Gump, and then I remembered that I haven't seen Forrest Gump, and I don't know any quotes from it. So just pretend that I said something really funny and really quirky. I think that that would just be in everyone's best interest. But now that we have the grenade launcher... I mean, I'm still going to save first, but we should be able to deal with the snake. As soon as I remember that snake's name, it's over. If any of you guys know in chat, let me know, because it's completely blocking my mind. The only thing that can come to mind is Cotton, and I don't think that's it. In fact, I don't even know why I think that's his name. That's just what's the first thing that's coming to mind. Where's the closest save state? They're all, like, really far. Do I dare just go fight Cotton? I'm just calling him that until I figure it out. Like, I don't love the idea, but I also don't really feel like walking. Do I have ink ribbons on me? I don't. You know what, let's just do it. You only live once. What, like, realistically, am I really gonna lose to a snake on easy mode? Maybe. I might. This could very well be ill-fated. This could be the Titanic on its voyage, you know. I am actually quite scared. I'm not going to lie to you. But let's just do it. Let's just deal with this problem now before, you know, we have to deal with it later. That's the approach we should all have to problem solving. Do it now, remember it later. Oh, it's locked. Wait, we can't do that yet? Am I just stupid? Then how do I... Okay, never mind. I guess I'm just really dumb. Shocker, I know. I am so upset now. I was like giving all this speech. I was ready to stand on business with that snake, and we can't fight it yet. It's been a little bit since I played this game. It really hasn't been that long. It's been like 3 months. But, I don't know. I'm only human, okay? Wow, I'm completely thrown off now. We have the one key, right? No, we don't have the key either. I'm completely falling apart, guys. You're watching in real time as someone loses his mind. This isn't a bit. This is just generalized confusion. We could try to go... I don't know if you can put half of the music score on the piano, but I'm gonna try. I know that won't solve the problem, but it'll help us get rid of some items, and then, you know, hopefully eventually we'll figure out where the chemicals are for the plant. Right now, the key point is just using up all of our items because I forgot how we progressed. So I'm just throwing everything at the wall and hoping that something sticks. And if they do, then great, and if they don't, then oh well. I'm just enjoying the moment, you know? I'm just having a grand old time. Okay, the Raven room, I understand that. Have we tried those 2 doors? That could potentially lead us to something incredible, right? Could be adventure. Could be a fun little distraction for a bit. This should take us to the weird room. And by the weird room, I mean the mirror room. I do believe, right? Yeah, the mirror room. Okay, sick. So then the one door is down here. Is it this? Not this, because it's locked, the door that I'm trying to get to. Oh no, wait, it is this one. Okay. Yeah, that one's locked. We need the helmet key for that. And then there's one, if we go around through. Okay, that's Crimson Head. Run. Oh, it just went the wrong way. That's really convenient for me. Still gonna... Oh, I missed. I missed a second time? Please? You know what? No. We're just going. We're just leaving. We're just leaving. You know what? Walk away. Be the biggest man. Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them and when to walk away. And that was the time to walk away. And you know what it just did? It just brought us to the plant thing, I think. Never mind, this is where Forrest died. I'm a dumbass. Again. Wake up, babe. New lore just dropped. There's a door this way. Oh, this isn't where Forrest died. Okay. We unlocked it. Okay. New path. New path is opened. So far, so good. Sure, I got my... Oh. I was gonna say, sure, I got wrecked by a Crimson Head, but at least we discovered something. And what we discovered was a way back to the easiest area in the game to access. So, maybe not so helpful after all, now that I really use my critical thinking skills. Also, as a heads up, I will probably be ending stream in about 45 minutes to an hour. So adjust your plans accordingly. I just like to give a heads up so I don't just suddenly end stream and everyone's feels abandoned. Lock from the other side. So it's not that way either. This is truly a doozy of a situation, if you will. Truly, this is not the best timeline. But it's our timeline. And that should say something. So we go, and then through here. Sick. Epic. Even. Alright. We could try, I think I'm going to try and get to the piano room. If we can get to the piano room, then I might know what I'm doing, because the second sheet for the music should be in the piano room. So if I get the piano room, and if I can get rid of one of the items, then I can pick up the other musical score and then deal with that. And then we'll need to get that plaque and put it up on the wall somewhere. I forgot where. Actually, that might be what the piano opens up. I genuinely cannot remember. Okay, the piano room should be this one, I do believe. And if I'm wrong, then Zeus, strike me down. Okay, cool. That scared me for a second. I thought I was incorrect again. Damn it. Okay, that actually, not gonna lie, that's probably pretty bad for us. Because we need an inventory spot. And, we do not have an inventory spot. Because it won't let us just combine the items. Yep. So we have the musical score together. We just need an inventory spot. Dang it. I was really hoping we could just put the half on the piano for now. But I guess that's not how the world works. If you can't do something halfway, you can't do it at all. Resident Evil teaching us life lessons. Okay, we can go to the item box, though. It's not, like, that far. Now that we have this, like, connecting door open, it's actually not that bad. If it wasn't, then I would be a little bit peeved. But we can go through, we can drop off some things, and we can save, so it'll end up being worth it in the end. It's just mildly annoying. Which is my favorite kind of annoying, to be honest. Go around here, turn a corner here, and maybe we'll even have some kerosene. Actually, I don't remember if there's kerosene in this room or not. I kind of think there isn't. There isn't. Okay, sick. I got one right, folks. It only took me 17 tries, but I predicted something correctly. Let's drop off just for now. I honestly don't think I need the grenade launcher right now. Is that diabolical to say? I just feel like it's not that important to my current goal. Like, I don't want to waste all of my bullets on it, you know? That's not it. That's not what I need. We need this one. We'll save here. This will be save number 4. And then we can go do the music score. And then we'll go and find the plant place, and we'll get rid of that. And eventually, everything will fall into place. It's just a matter of time. I'm going to drop the ink ribbons, though, or else we won't have the space. That would have been really embarrassing. I'm also going to, for the moment, even though this is like a Resident Evil sin, I'm actually going to drop my survival knife. Just because I have so much excessive ammo that it really doesn't matter if I waste shots. I've got so much bullets that it doesn't even matter. This is truly... Where is it? It's upstairs. See, this is the one place where it actually would have been nice to have the launcher, but you know what? I don't need it. Okay, it's dead. We did take a pretty hard hit there, but oh well. I think the piano room might have herbs. I honestly can't remember, just off the top of my head. Go around here, we go through here, and then we take a right from Jill's side left to ours. And then we go all the way through. I feel like I'm teaching like a child how to tie their shoes. It's like, oh, you just do a loop-de-loop, you go through. There's bunny ears or something. I don't know. I've never had to teach a child how to tie their shoes, luckily. I would not be good at that job because I would get frustrated very quickly at their incompetence. That's the thing with kids, man. They're not naturally good at anything, and it just bugs me a little bit. Like, their survival instinct is just so bad. Like, it physically is difficult to deal with at times. You know, I'm not trying to be ageist. It's just like, I don't know, man. Babies are pretty hyped up for someone that, like, could not survive at all in the woods until the age of, like, maybe 12. Maybe. Okay, now we have the sheet music. We can set that on there. We can play the music. And whatever it does, I forgot. Moonlight Sonata. Classic for a reason. Genuinely, pretty good song. Pretty much a banger. If I actually kept up with my piano training, then I would have definitely learned how to sing that one eventually. And by sing, I mean play, because you don't really sing with a piano. Where did that just open up? I'm so blind, it hurts sometimes. Okay, it is here. Then we get this. I remember. It all comes back to me in the end. Shout out Chester Bennington. R.I.P. Okay. We pick this up. Oh, shit. We need the other one first. I forgot. Boy, Resident Evil 1 loves the switching mechanic. You have the shotgun you switch out with the broken one. The plaque you fix with the other one. And then the key you fix with the imitation one. Listen, I appreciate that they found something they liked, they found a gimmick they enjoyed, and they stuck to it. And you know what? Props to them. Oh yeah, we just go this way. Duh. Helen Keller could have found the path, and she's dead. So, keep that in mind. We go through here. We pick up the Placaroonie. Yep. all according to plan. Everything is following my calculations perfectly. I've got a genius's intuition, what can you say? Not the intellect, just the intuition. And then it says back door, which is what she said. We go through here. Bada bing, bada bingo. Go through here, pick up the gold plaque, and then now we can actually leave with the gold plaque. Whoever engineered this house, you just know they were a freak. You don't design a house like this unless you're in the files. I mean, let's be real for a minute. You know who built H.H. Holmes's house? H.H. Holmes. And you know what he did? Bad things to people. Okay, he was not a great guy. And so whoever built this mansion was a freak. You can't convince me otherwise. No architect derived such sick pleasure from this. Where's Franklin Lloyd Wright when you need him? And whoever his son was that created Lincoln Logs. Probably Lincoln Lloyd Wright. Now that I think about it, that would make sense. You do that, it busts out the cuckoo clock thing. And then this part does throw me off slightly because it has an image, right? When the two have run each other through, the path to destiny will open. It looks like you can turn the gears inside the clock. There's a... Oh, here it is. Okay, the long goes through... The sword goes through the breast, and the long sword goes through the head. So... Short should go through the head, I guess? This might genuinely take me a minute. Hold up. Hold up now, let me cook. Small gear, we need to turn it to the... Oh god, I hate this. Okay, we're turning this sword, by the way, which wasn't my plan. Okay, left, sure. Because the long goes through the breast, and then the short goes through the hand? Okay, so we turn the small gear to the left. That's not the small gear. That's the minute hand. It's longer. Okay, sorry. Listen. I'm sorry. Right. Everything about this is so counterintuitive, it genuinely drives me insane. Am I being a dumbass? Short sword goes through the breast. Long sword goes through the... Oh, I literally have it backwards. Okay. That's embarrassing. Long go through head. So it's literally completely inverted. So we turn the small gear to the left, and then to the left again, and then the short goes the same way. Very nice, very evil. The large gear now we turn to the right. I'm really bad with rights and lefts, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's genuinely a problem. So that should do it, I think. Okay, there we go. Whew. Listen, guys. I know I'm only streaming of a couple people. It's genuinely a little bit unnerving, okay? I love you guys, and I'm glad you're watching, but it does add just like the slightest bit of pressure, because if I do something really stupid, people are going to see it now. And that's not how I'm used to playing games. I'm used to playing games and just being a dumbass all the way through. And now I've got people watching. It's scary. People are going to know that I'm a dumbass now when I do dumbass things. We should be able to get through most of the mansion now, because we have the... Is it the shield key we just got? I already forgot what key we just picked up, bro. Yeah, it's the shield key. Okay. Okay. We're chilling. We're chilling. Listen, we're all friends here, okay? Friends watch each other do dumb things. How else do you think Jackass got started? So we should theoretically Oh, sorry guys, I'm tired. Nope, we need the helmet key for that one. So we're just gonna go to every other locked door until it goes through. Until it works, we're just gonna keep pushing. Which is exactly the process you go through when you're trying to make a baby. And deliver a baby. Actually, a lot of pushing is just involved with babies in general. You gotta push it. You gotta push it in. You gotta push it out. You gotta push it on the swings. You gotta push it to apply itself. It's just a lot of pushing, and I'm not a pushy person. Take one of those letters out, then we can talk. Son of a... Huh. That's just unpleasant, isn't it? That's just kind of a quirky little choice there. Okay. This game, man. This game kills me. Sometimes, okay? It literally kills me. I feel like I'm losing brain cells. And you want to know why? Because I'm losing brain cells. Okay, we combine that with that. That's fine. Okay, then we take this. That puts us back up to fine. Actually, for real this time. Oh. I'm going to have a migraine from this. But you know what? It's worth it. Did I just go the wrong way? FMLSH, dude. Like, what else am I supposed to say when I just keep going the wrong direction? What else is there to do? So it's through here. And then through here? It feels so unnatural to go this way. I guess it's just because you don't really go this direction much in the game, but it's so awkward. Yeah, it's this door. And it's locked too! Bro, what is going on? Why are all the doors locked? Why is this my fate? Just finagling around in this empty mansion because I can't figure out how anything works. It's not a fate I would wish on most people. What is this room? We're still on the lookout for the freaking, plant room. Okay, this is a kerosene room. Works for me. And then there's something else in here, going by the map. Fuel canteen's full. Okay, ink ribbons. We really don't need those, but it is good to know that that's what's in here. And I don't think anything else. Oh, the shotgun's here. Okay. We will take that. Preferably. Sick. Yeah, we take the broken shotgun, and then we can go leverage this for a real one. This is 1,000 IQ level plays. Alright. So now we just have to go all the way back to the room where the shotgun is, which is somewhere, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the plant killer because I'm thinking we're getting close to it and I don't want to have to run all the way back. That would be rather infuriating. In my humble opinion. Going back and forth isn't my definition of the time. We pick up the... Where is it? We already have the thing on us. I'm so stupid. Okay. Well, what can you do? They say that you can just lock in, and I appreciate that people can lock in, but I don't know how people do it at will, dude. I have random spurts of genius and will and application, and any other time, I am not able of just locking in at any given moment. That's a talent that goes overlooked. You give me like 4 hours, maybe one of them I'll be locked in for, and that's being rather generous. The rest of the time, it's just, like, you get what you get. Sometimes you like it. Sometimes you hate it. But it's all the same, really. Okay, what's this room? This room could be anything. But probably not what we're looking for. Yeah, this is just the... Oh, snap. Okay, I shouldn't come in here. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go now. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. We're just gonna leave. You know what? House tour. Don't like that room. We're just going to board that one up and probably not come back, I don't think. So it's not there either. We're running out of places that this could conceivably be at. There aren't that many rooms in this house. We have to be getting close to the end of the rainbow. I feel good about this one, actually. This seems kind of familiar. I just don't remember which. Yes! Okay, finally, dude. This is taking literally ages. Ouch. And I immediately get hit by it. Okay, fine. I want to say... I could be wrong. Oh, wait, no. I'm pretty sure we dump this in here. And then it should be the red switch we flick. Or dial we turn, I suppose. Red. Because red is bad, and the plant is bad. Ergo, checkmate. That is what Papa likes to see, okay? Because there's a... Oh, there's the mask. Sick. Can I... Okay. I thought it was just going to make me stare at it for a while. Which, I mean, I would understand, because it can't exactly stare back now, can it? Kind of doesn't have that ability. There's so many herbs there. It kind of kills me to leave them behind, but I don't have room for them. I don't really need them. Now all we need is... We know where 2 of the masks are. Oh my jeez Louise. Could you not just please ever do that? Like, just ever. In a general sense of the word. At least... Okay. You're not done yet? Okay, listen, I get it. You want me to mag dump you? I understand it. A lot of people have a fetish for pain. It's not illegal to be a masochist, okay? This is America. Let's see. Okay, sick. 2 less potential Crimson Heads to deal with. Oh, can I light this candlestick, actually? Nope. Unfortunate, but not unexpected. That's the way back to the primary hall, isn't it? No, it's not. Do I know what's in that room? Do I know what's in the room immediately to the left of entering the store? Because off the top of my head, I don't. This one. I feel like I was just through it, and I just am not remembering my lesson. I am just not learning my lesson, because it's literally the same room. I do need to immediately turn around and go back in, though, because I do actually want kerosene. This is the biggest problem I have with Resident Evil 1, is it's meant to be played in a more calculating way, and it's just closer to me in real life. I go into rooms and leave them without accomplishing my task all the time. It just kind of comes with the territory. Okay, so this kerosene is exhausted, which is fine. I don't really need it. There's plenty of other sources. So that's that. We have the thing gotten rid of. What in our inventory do we need to get rid of? Just off the top of my head. We could go grab the other mask. We do need the shotgun. Shotgun should probably be our next priority, just because I'd rather carry that around than the grenade launcher. I just think it's better. Not necessarily for damage, but it's just easier to aim with, and there's more bullets, so I feel less bad if I miss, which happens a lot. We need the helmet key for that one. Duh, we just checked that. So let's go drop these masks off while I try and remember where the shotgun goes, because I'm pretty sure it's on the first floor. So it should be this way, and if it's not, I'm going to be really embarrassed. But this should lead us to the, like, hallway in the second floor. Yeah. Oh, Crimson Head. Crimson Head. You know what? Mama didn't raise no bitch. Okay, I'm hardly scared of one Crimson Head. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should be a little scared. Just a little bit. Okay, he's dead. One less problem without you. Shout out Jason Derulo, I think. I don't really know who sings that song. Could be Jay-Z. I don't know what songs Jay-Z sings either. My knowledge of hip-hop is about as limited as a Caucasian male from the Midwest United States could be. I'll just put it like that. Alright, so we do a little loop because we need to go into there. Nope, hold up. 2 hops this time. We go through here, we grab the other mask. We can go deposit these 2. That'll free up 2 inventory spots. Hopefully we can find the shotgun. That'll result in us having the same amount of inventory spots. There's the mask. I completely hopped over it. Someone stop me. I've never seen that movie. The only thing I know about the mask is that it looks really weird. And I don't know if I want to watch it. I do enjoy me some Jim Carrey, but some of his stuff, I'm not going to lie, is a little hard to watch. He's a talented guy. It just so happens that if Pokemon have types that they're, like, more susceptible to damage from, I'm more susceptible to cringe damage. If you use cringe on me, it will be super effective. Which 2 masks do I have? This is the one without eyes. Okay, and then the other one I have is the one that has no mouth, right? Yeah, no, that's still not what I meant to do. This should just be the one that can't talk. Yeah, sick. Awesome. So we get over here. We use you. Yeah! That loosens one of the chains. Then we just need to find the one without a jaw. Okay, that's the, like, everything mask. Mouth should be. Okay, sick. So we've got the 2 edge ones done, which is fitting because I love some edging. And then we just need those 2. Which it might take me a minute to get to that. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, we're making decent progress. Stream is going to end in about 20 or so minutes. Just as a final heads up. So we go around here. And then I'm thinking that the shotgun is on the right side of the first floor, I think. If I'm using my critical thinking skills, that's where I think it is. Now it's every chance that I'm just completely wrong, but I don't think so. And then is it the helmet key we need for this one or the other one? It's the helmet key. Sick. The shield key really doesn't open that much, I don't suppose. It's mostly the sword and the armor shield that you need for the mansion. I'm kind of thinking that, like, one of the keys you have to use later on in the, like, cabin or whatever, because it's always really awkward, in my opinion. Because I never have it on me when I get to that point in the game. I always forget just how much there is in the OG Resident Evil. Like, Resident Evil 2 Remake is probably a better game. It's definitely a better game in my opinion. It's also the first Resident Evil game I played. But, like, you can finish that game in, like, 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. That's diabolical. There's, like, I think HLTV puts the official runtime of it at, like, 6 hours for each campaign playthrough. Resident Evil 1 is, like, twice that. And it's not necessarily just that having more content makes it inherently better. It's just kind of wild. Like, 1 has, like, 12 hours, and then 2 is, like, 6 hours, and then 3 is, like, just, it's so short. Especially the remake of 3, pardon. The remake of 3, I pre-ordered, and I beat it in one sitting, in one night, in, like, 5 hours. Which, you can argue the ethics of playing a game for 5 hours straight, but I was very underwhelmed with the remake of 3, personally. I'm pretty sure that the shotgun is through here and then this other door. I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm pretty sure this is what it is, because I know you have to go through one room to get to the other. If this is the room where we stare at the wall, then it is. It is. I recall. We're finally back in business. It's only been like a 30-minute detour to figure out how to progress. But all of a sudden, things aren't looking too bad. So where is... Oh, there it is. One thing I do like about Resident Evil is the shotgun and grenade launcher only takes up 1 space in your inventory. In something like Resident Evil 7, or even the remake of 2, I find it very hard to justify carrying, like, anything. Picture stands. Yeah, there's something burnt here. Can I light this? And if I do, does anything happen? No. Okay, sick. At least we tried, you know? We can at least give us credit because we did try. Get out of here. So no Jill sandwich for us this run through, unfortunately. I don't know the exact prerequisites you have to meet to trigger that cutscene. And I don't really care to find out. I'd rather not have Jill be crushed to death. That's kind of my hot take. Even though that line is just peak anything. I heard him. I heard you big bitch. I did not like that sound. Okay. Are you dead? Okay, guys, he wasn't lying. He, in fact, was telling the truth when he said he was not dead. No, not that way. What do we need to go through this way? I always forget. I think you need, like, a plaque, don't you? Or, like, there's, like, what are those called? Indention. There's, like, an indention over here that you have to put something on. I just forget what it is. The defiler of the accursed coffin. We have to get to the coffin, open that, and then put it in that, and then we open up more of that. That's right. Again, it all comes back to me. It just all comes back to me, like, 5 to 10 minutes after I've, like, discovered it again. You know what I mean? Like, I remember things for the first time after I've done it for the second time. And so it's just not helpful in the slightest, really. But that's what makes it fun. We don't need to be in here. We already did the puzzle for that mask. Now I think that the library has one of the masks, if I'm not mistaken. And then it could be that the shield key opens up the 3rd floor. Maybe? I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. This puts us here. So if we run all the way back around, we should get to the main hall. Should being the operative word there. So it's about here is where I start getting a little bit confused. Okay, then we go through all of this and then we get to the main hall. I think. Honestly, for someone who's trying to play the game like and talk like they know what they're doing, I really don't. I really truly don't. Even a little bit. Okay, this does get us to the main hall. It was a couple more steps than I thought it was, but it does get us to the main hall, which is probably the most important part. Okay. Let's put our heads together real quick. We go upstairs. Again, the footfalls are definitely delayed a little bit, at least on my end. So it sounds like there's zombies, and there just isn't. And it's a little bit infuriating, but it adds charm, I think. What door have I not tried? We could go for the 3rd floor door. See, this is where I get confused. Oh, I'm so stupid. We can go for the Viper now. I do believe. Because I'm pretty sure now that we have the shield key, we can open up the door to the library, which is where the snake is. If I go the right way. I have to go the right way first, but if I do, then I know where I'm going. As I walk into a pillar for 5 seconds straight. Imagine you saw that in real life. It would be really awkward. Okay, this is Richard. Again, so that's not Richard, Forrest. We don't need to be there. It's the next door, I believe. Go up there. Yep, it's the next door. Womp womp. You can't win them all. But I actually, there was a Steam sale. No, it was on Humble Bundle. They had this game for $5, and so I bought it on my laptop. And during a period of time where I had strep and the flu, which I didn't know could happen, by the way. You can have both at the same time. I replayed through Resident Evil, and that kind of sparked my idea for this marathon. If you're just tuning in, this is the start of our Resident Evil marathon, where every Wednesday and Friday for the next couple weeks, I'll be playing through every mainline Resident Evil game. So that's 1 through Village. So if you're into that at all, make sure you drop a follow. It really does mean the most to me, and I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. But now it's time to kick some tail, I guess, because snakes don't really have asses, I don't think. Okay, yeah, now we discard the key. Guys, I'm frightened. I'm very frightened, I'm not gonna lie. I don't love fighting the snake at this level of health, and I'm pretty sure there were actually herbs that I could have just taken outside. So if I die, I'm going to be really peeved. Or can I just turn around? I can just turn around. I kind of like having that ability. I'm not going to lie. Being able to just turn on my heels and leave is great. Because there were definitely herbs down here, right? Or are they by Richard? They might be by Richard. I don't know who Richard is, but he's by. I'm not crazy, right? There are herbs by him. Okay, there are. Sick. I was genuinely about to be a little bit concerned if I forgot that as well. I'll pick up another one, just in case we need to pop it while fighting the snake. And then we leave Richard again. Poor Richard, dude. We literally... He gets attacked by a snake. I forget what happens to him in Jill's playthrough. But if you save him in Chris's, he gets eaten by the shark later on, which is objectively really funny. That he just appears out of nowhere and pushes you out of the way of a shark. It's pure comedy. The first Resident Evil game is so funny. Yeah, we go through here. Yeah. There's the bastard. I don't like it. I don't like snakes. Every time I see a snake, I get reminded of Gene's song from Bob Burger.
Time.
Oh. Oh, he helps us fight. Okay, you know what? Fair play. I did not notice that. I did not. Oh, is that it? I mean, we are on easy difficulty. That's what I was worried about, though.
Thanks.
Oh. Okay, so he does get snaked. Okay. Poor Rich. No matter what you do, Richard is just fun.
Richard!
Holy dude. Eaten a whole by a snake after you were just saved from said snake. That's gotta be just the worst way to go. Maybe not the worst way. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh, he's gone anyway. Okay, so. Womp womp. At least we got one of the death masks again. Is that everything that's in the library? No, there's other items too. Can we pick up Richard's shotgun? I know you can do that. Yeah, you can. Honestly, I know you can do that if he gets taken by the shark. But apparently you can do it either way. The assault shotgun, I guess is what it is. And then is there any other items here? I've been trying to kind of find all the, like, documents and stuff in this first game. I've never found all the documents in any Resident Evil game, and I've played quite a few of them. Okay, we got shotgun shells, but we don't have room for them. I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and pop this. Green herb. And then I guess, even though we literally just got the shotgun, I guess we'll just drop the shotgun, because we have the assault shotgun now, and it's just cooler. It just looks cooler. If I look like I'm a part of Rainbow Six Siege when I have a gun, I'm gonna take that gun. I don't care about the stats. Yeah, poor Richard is gone, but you know what? His memory lives on. Not through us, but like by someone probably. So now we just need the one more mask, and that one might be kind of hard because I don't remember at all. Backshot. You've heard of buckshot. Now get ready for its cooler brother. Backshot. Oh! Wait a minute. In the words of Willow Smith. Wait a minute. I am gonna actually do something really stupid. I don't plan on keeping the shotgun on us, but I'm gonna reload because that gets us rid of the shotgun shells. Because I just remembered that we solved this puzzle earlier, but we didn't grab the indention from it. And this indention, I think, goes to the Spencer room. Resi Rammer, welcome back to the chat. Vids are done in DMs. I will take a look at that. I will play that at the end of stream because I'm actually really excited. Just don't let me forget because I probably will. Again. A mysterious box. Yeah, we got the box. And then we just open it, right? Or do we have to combine something with it? It's kind of a mystery. I forgot. Yeah, we press the switch. It's a jewelry box. Nothing's happening. That's weird. There must be a way to open this box. I agree. There's a design of the sun and the moon. On the plate it says, sunshine will awaken me. So we need to find the sun. The sun? Is there a sun on here? Or am I being stupid? Appears as if you failed. Let's not press it again. I don't remember this at all. This is kind of fun. Jewelry box. I'm so confused. So there's there's a switch on each side. I don't mean to keep pressing it. Okay. So the sun is the heart. And then what though? So we got one of the hearts to light up. Oh, and then we do this, and that makes the sun glow, which opens the box. Okay, and that's where the fourth mask is. Okay, sick. I thought that we had to do more work, but no, that's actually all of the masks done. And so we just leave, we take it to the cave, we kill the Crimson Head there, and we're golden. Bob is literally my uncle after this. And that's weird because I thought I knew all of my uncles. I don't have that many uncles. Also, after we go finish off this Crimson Head, pause, I will probably end stream after we take a look at the lovely Resi Rammer's Spirit collection in a game. It'll be fun. I don't know what to expect, except the unexpected. And that's what the most fun you can have is. So we go down here. We take a little hike. Just a wee bit of a hike. Okay. And this is the noseless mask. Maybe there's just a few vids showing the absolute vibes of the game. You had me at vibes. Wait, am I at the wrong... Okay. Oh, this is the everything mask. Never mind. Everything mask like an everything bagel. The one that doesn't have not a thing. Sick. And then one more. I can't wait. That literally... I'm literally at the right place, though. Just let me put the mask on. There we go. Okay, and now this sucker we gotta open up. But don't worry, guys. It's an easy dub. Don't ever take your eyes off the prize wheel. That was your first mistake. I do love that they have a Crimson Head be like a boss fight after you've already dealt with like 4 of them. Like, this isn't scary anymore. I've already bested him. That's the entire boss fight. Okay, and then we get the stone and metal object. And then I think that's one we take upstairs. I think. So then we can leave here through this little cubby hole over here. We take a quick trip up these stairs. And then we'll go open up the top. And then it'll be just about time to view some clips from viewers like you. Shout out PBS. And then I'll call that a day for my stream. And at any point, if you miss an episode of this Resident Evil marathon, be not afraid. I will have the VODs on my Twitch for as long as possible, and then I will be moving them to a designated YouTube page that I will have linked in the description for next time stream. Is the plan. If you're just tuning in, hope you're doing well. Question of the day is currently, what is your favorite horror movie or a movie that horrified you? So far, the answer that I got, I really liked, was Monster House. I have not seen it, but I do remember that era. I remember seeing that movie along the likes of Frankenweenie and Paranorman at, like, Family Video, and those were the days, I have to say. You know, if I ever became a billionaire, I think my first order of business would be to just run a Family Video, and I don't even care if it makes money or not. I just want Family Video back, man. You know how many souls I would sacrifice to have my silly little movie rental store back? It's a lot. You don't want to know the lengths, the depravity I would get to bring that store back. It's actually kind of alarming. Son of a... I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. The door broke, so I have to go all the way around. I hate that door. I hate that it breaks. It doesn't add any challenge to the game. It just makes me do a fucking loop-de-loop. It's annoying. It's mildly irritating, and things that are mildly irritating are so much more irritating than things that are majorly irritating. And that doesn't make sense, but, like, it just is true. If something only irritates me a little bit, that hits me so much harder than, like, if my car broke down. Like, if my car breaks down, I know that it's going to get better because to function, it has to. But, like, if I stub my toe, like, that didn't need to happen. That does not add to my lore, you know? It just makes me angry. So we go through here. A quick pop in. We wave hi to our neighbor. Hi, neighbor. We do need to stay back because I do believe he can hit us through that box. Which is BS, by the way, but it is what it is. We go through here. All the way around. Like we're doing the fucking Daytona 500 with all these laps we have to run. Hey. So we go through there. And then, are we finally back yet, or is there more? No, there's still one more long hallway. I forget just how long the hallways in this game are. That's a weird sentence to say. It's just... it's bigger than you would expect it to be. And I'm going to leave it at that. Draw any other conclusions on your own time. Oh, it's not that we go. It's this door. I do believe. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be just humiliated beyond reprieve. Because I'm pretty sure it goes over here, right? Or is this the one that goes... I'm starting to have a sinking feeling that this might be the one... Okay, no, I am right. Whew. I was starting to have a sinking feeling that it went to the, like, back door of the lab and it's scared. You should add a quote command. I'm going to be so honest. Off stream, I might need your help with that. I have no clue how to do that. But I think that would be fun. That would be a fun adventure, I believe. The thing with me is, despite the fact that I absolutely love streaming and everything, I have no clue what I'm doing. And that's not like a bit. If you have to look it up yourself, then I can probably find like a tutorial online. I don't want to like trouble you too much. Because I am good at finding things out. Like, I'm very good at finding information. It's just like, so much of streaming is new to me in general. You know what I mean? Like, so many of these things are just so different than the world that I'm used to. Because I think more in terms of like YouTube content creation. And so much of this world is so new to me. And it's really exciting in a lot of ways. Because there's so many things that I get to learn, like, each time I stream. It's just, a lot of it's so foreign to me. It's like learning another language. So we'll go through here, and next time we'll explore the cabin. So we've just about wrapped up the primary of the Spencer Mansion. So on Friday, we'll explore what lies ahead of us. Oh, we have so many shotgun shells. I felt kind of bad putting the 6 shells in that shotgun that I don't plan on using again, but then I realized we have 24 shotgun shells, including the 6 in our gun, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll take the ink ribbon, and we know just what to do with it. We'll save, so this should be save 5, I think? Save 5. I hope you guys know, specifically for you, to make the game not an utter slog to watch through, I've been saving so much less than I usually do. The first time I played this game all the way through, I saved the game 35 times, I do believe is what it said. There were 35 times I saved, and this game is 12 hours long. I save more than any man in the history of the world has ever needed to save. So we saved, so now we quit game. Sick. And honestly, I guess I can just... I just realized I can just turn my PlayStation off at this time. Please don't dox me. I don't know how doxing works. I guess people can know my gamer tag. That's not like the worst thing in the world, right? Okay. So I turn off stream. This is my first time doing this. It feels weird to just shut off the console like not midstream, but before stream ends. It's so foreign to me. It's so intoxicating even. Okay, so now let's figure out how to watch these clips. I shall go to Discord. I'm gonna need a window something. A window tab in OBS. By the way, OBS by itself, if you want to talk about confusing, I'm sure it's actually not that bad compared to like a lot of other services. I know it's not for that fact, but my gosh, is it just so hard for me to figure out for no apparent reason. It just goes against what I fundamentally believe in, I guess. Oh, I've got a lot of messages. I should probably actually check my Discord relatively often, I suppose. Would probably be like a good choice. So let's do this. I like that it's spoiler tagged. That's actually really funny. Okay. So I don't want it to go live, but we add a window capture? Window capture. I know what I'm doing. Guys, I've got the brains. It just takes me a while. We do that, and then I really hope this isn't currently on stream, or else this would be really unfortunate. It is currently on stream, so just ignore that. Everything's fine. I'm just going to really quickly crop this so that I don't dox anyone on accident. And we will make this bigger. And it might look a little bit funky, but it will work, I do believe. And then I'll have to make sure. So let's drag this over here. And then we'll see. I might have to add an audio capture for this. Okay, yeah, I have to turn on the audio first. Hold on. 1 second, guys. Let me cook. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. Audio output capture? I think. If I get this right, I'm actually going to be kind of amazed. Audio input capture. Okay, audio output capture. Properties. Headphones. Sure? It does work. Sick. Alright, let's take a look at this clip by the lovely Resi Rammer. I've completely ruined everything. So it's just a nice, unassuming... It's like a lo-fi game. Oh, I can full screen the Discord. You're so smart. Look at this. It's so cozy. And instead of the lo-fi girl with headphones, you just got what appears to be some sort of wizard man back there. Alright, then we have part 2. Oh, I have to scroll down, I suppose. Yeah! Look at me learning how to be a Twitch person. Okay, so we can move this up. Yes, yes, yes. I'm learning, guys. This has confirmed my theory. It is indeed a witch. It is, in fact, just a lo-fi little beat. It's just homely. It's cozy. I can see the appeal of this. This is a game, but is it really a game, or is it a tool? I feel like this game is the kind of thing you meditate to. I don't know, man. This is pretty great. And then I want to see this last one because I see a bunny girl and I just need to use my ears before that. I see a bunny girl, I get real nervous. She's just looking out her window. I think that's fine. Or is she's stretching. I'm very blind. I cannot see at all. Yeah, look at that. She's playing with a little cat, I think. Or a dog. She's playing with something. Okay, listen, when you first explained this game to me, I was a little confused. I can see the appeal of this. This is kind of nice. It's just like a chill, it's just a chill time. Like that. You know what? I would give that like a solid that's like an 8 out of 10. I would rate that an 8 out of 10. I didn't turn the lo-fi on for these, but there's a good playlist of lo-fi songs. I fully believe you. Let me really quick, just because I can and just because I think it'll be fun, let's have a little jam session real quick. I'll play something that I'm really hoping just won't get me demonetized. And if it does, I can just mute this part of the stream. So this is like a... I don't know, this is something. So I'll bring up the now playing because shouting out the artists who create things is like really cool. So this is I Wrote You a Letter. This is one of my favorite songs that's probably copyright free, and if it's not, I'm really sorry. It's just like a chill vibe, you know? And also, I'm going to maximize this because we have a special visitor. Oh, hold up. Ah. You knew he had to come by to see you guys before we tuned out, right? You know he had to stop by. This is my cat Jinx. He is officially the co-host of this channel. That's an official legal position I've gifted to him. Go if you remember me. Love the way the sun hits your face. I don't know the words to the song, but it's a banger. You make me wanna leave, but you begging me to stay. Don't you know I gotta go? Why you getting in the way? You can see his tail. Ha! When I'm round, got me feeling like I ain't done shit. I just wanna make you proud, so tell me, are you now? Guess that's how it goes when you're from a small town. That's the bar I live for. As someone who lives in a small town, that hits close to home. By the way, this is Abstract, is the artist name. Abstract, I wrote you a letter. Shout out to Swaggy Tracks for having this on there. I have no ownership over this song. I just like it a lot. I started drawing a lot more recently again, and I'm starting to develop my own art style after like 6 years of drawing on and off. I might draw the characters I made from Spirit City when I get past all the D&D drawings. Honestly, dude, share those with me. And if you're comfortable with it, I would love to show those on stream. I'm all for shouting out your guys' creations and stuff. But no, thank you guys so much. For my return to streaming, I'm not gonna lie, I was really nervous. I was thinking I was just gonna be completely washed up. But this is genuinely might be the most fun I've had streaming. Just like, period. This has just been a really nice stream. So yeah, if you guys... Thank you so much, everyone who just tuned in, who commented, who just stopped by for a little bit for some entertainment. You guys truly do mean the most to me. And I appreciate it more than I think that you guys will probably ever know. And I genuinely could not have asked for a better stream being back. And I'm just so excited to see what our, 2026 is going to look like. Because if you thought 2025 was a big year for me streaming, then 2026 is just going to knock your socks off. And this marathon of Resident Evil games is only the start. I have a lot of big things planned. And I hope you guys are here for it. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen and you haven't already, make sure to follow the page. But even if you don't, I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day and a fantastic tomorrow. Stream's been a vibe. Thanks for going live. Thank you for stopping by, my man. You're the real hero here. But yeah, I have been Breckhost, and you guys have been a wonderful audience. Fair farin', my friends. Fair farin'.